Many years ago, high school sports had a home.
All right, this is going to be a big football game.
The fifth and final state championship game for 1992.
Another edition of Football Friday night here on ABC 7.
About half of the matchup that we expected.
Boom! Oh, wait, no, it's supposed to be up. Yeah, there we go.
Then the Friday night lights suddenly faded away for many of those watching from home. That was then, and this is now. A world in which high school sports around the state have joined a revolution for all fans in one single place. The stakes remain the same, but the script has changed. High school sports has a new home. This is Varsity Sports Network.
We are live bringing you this Varsity Sports Network Suncoast Game of the Week presentation sponsored by the School District of Manatee County. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr. Tonight, it's great to be back here in the jungle here at Harley Stadium in Palmetto, Florida, as the Palmetto Tigers are hosting the Riverview Rams. When these teams play, it's always a challenge. But after a week of steady rain here in Manatee and Sarasota County, the biggest challenge tonight may be the playing surface on the field here at Harley Stadium. With that, I'm going to turn over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr., for his thoughts. Ken.
Yes, thank you, Brian. Good evening, everybody. These are two teams that I always get fired up about. They're common in a lot of ways. The coaches are long tenured. They're perennial playoff teams, Brian. They have high hopes for this season. They play in the same class, 4S. They play in the same region. So there's a good chance that these two teams that we're doing tonight, we may see again in the playoffs in November. However, things haven't started too well for both of the teams. In the 6 contests they've had, only one win. They play a very difficult schedule. Just ask the Riverview coach. They have played 3 teams that are in the top 20 already in the state of Florida, regardless of what size they are. But as you said earlier in your opening, it may come down to the field position. The field position, but as far as the field itself, it has been steady rain here the last couple of days. Walking in here, it's been a little wet. It's dry right now, but we will just have to see.
Yeah, talking about those wet conditions, let's talk about it in general, Ken. What do you think a few things are there or that are going to be key as far as the wet conditions?
Well, there was a guy named Don Shula, coach for the Dolphins, and the winningest coach in NFL history, and he said the secret to his success was score early and often. Win early and often. So we don't know if we're going to play 4 quarters tonight. We're either going to be chased away by the lightning, or the field might just get too soggy where the refs say it's unplayable. So tonight, I think one thing is to score early and often, just changing Shula's words around a little bit. In a game like this, too, when you've got a nasty field, you want to win the field position. That's going to be key, especially, the offensive linemen. This isn't going to be a big deal, but your skilled athletes, the ones that have to hold the ball, catch the ball, kick the ball, it's going to play on them more. So field position is going to play a factor. Who's got the shorter fields? And then when you get into soggy weather field, of course, turnovers. Who will not turn over? And I guarantee you, in the last 24 hours, I would say both of these teams have had to change their game plan just a little bit.
Yeah, and then now let's talk about the visiting team, Riverview here. We had the opportunity to watch them play Tampa Bay Tech in a game at the beginning what wasn't really supposed to mean anything. And for those of you, you need to roll that game back on Varsity Sports Network and look at that. What a battle in that game. It was like both teams played with everything they had to the wire, and it was an incredible physical game. Riverview, really their keys, their dynamic cornerback, also great receiver, kick returner, athlete, Charles Lester III. They need to start the offense and get Charles Lester III involved. Next thing we wanted to talk about is to utilize kicker, K. Stone, Springman. Stone Springman, strong-legged kicker. Well, he's not available tonight. And on the roster here, it's going to be kicking committee. We have an extra point kicker, one thing to watch for tonight. You have a female extra point kicker. You don't see that in every football game. And they're going to have to shuffle the deck and really change some things around with the special teams here with Riverview. And then they need to really make those Palmetto Tigers, that offense, one-dimensional.
Yes, Riverview has struggled with the offense, and we know, if you know Riverview football, Charles Lester is like the 23rd best player in the country, and he's ranked the third cornerback in the country. He's on everybody's list. He's got offers. It's your favorite school. They have probably offered him. He's tall. He's 6'1", about 170.
If I drop it, we pick it up and do it all over again. You've said tails, correct?
All right, so right now, before we move forward, we're going to take it down to the field for the coin toss.
That means you're going to take the ball. All right,
so the Tigers have won the toss and deferred here. And you can see field conditions, looking it out there, it's in much better conditions than I expected. We'll see how it holds up.
You and I both went to Palmetto High, and anybody that is a graduate will tell you how low and how when it rains, it floods here. I mean, seriously, when you're walking through the halls, it was you'd have to take your shoes off. So, yeah, it looks really good now considering the rain that's been off and on, but a key strategy there, I think, by the Tigers, again, field position, kicking off, make them go 80 yards to score, and again, use the field to your advantage.
So here, the Palmetto Tigers are out there in the smoke. Looks like getting ready here very soon. The clock is down to 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Other keys of this game, Ken, we also want to talk about the home team, Palmetto Tigers. The key for Riverview is to make that Palmetto Tiger offense one-dimensional. But the Tigers really need to get out. They need to score 20 or more points in the game. They need to make someone other than Charles Lester beat you out there. And the defense really needs to step it up tonight.
Yeah, they've only scored. We saw the one game against Tampa Bay Tech that you referred. They scored 7 that game. And these other 2 games against Buchholz and against Sanford Seminole, 2 state powers, they've only able to muster another 6. So they haven't scored a lot of points. And if I'm Coach Marino, you take Lester out of the game and you make everybody else try to beat you. And they've given up a lot of points. So that's why they've got to neutralize Palmetto and force them just to be the one-dimensional.
And I really call this a crossroads game because it's right at the time when you need to get it's time to put the postseason or preseason behind you and get into the role. Palmetto had a 24-20 point win over Gibbs. Well, Gibbs got destroyed last week in their game. And so it's time to watch some of those athletes. It's time to step up.
Yeah, I think you made a great point, Brian. I think whoever wins this game, because the Tigers are 1-1 and Riverview's 0-2, we're not talking RPI or playoffs yet, but I think whoever comes out ahead in this game, however they do it, it's going to jumpstart them because, again, they both play difficult schedules, and it will benefit the winner of this game tonight for sure in the long run.
So now Palmetto is getting prepared to kick this one off. The clock is down to 12 on the clock, so we're going to turn around and get set here. And the kicker is Brandon Gonzalez out there, Palmetto. He does dual duties. He's a place kicker. He is the punter and also kicks on field goals. And back to return this one is Charles out there. There's two backs there to return this one.
Well, obviously, number one, Charles Lester, that's who you do not want to kick it to unless you're going to kick it over his head.
And then if you look at number 8 back there, which is Caton, that would be DJ Johnson, the running back. He is a dynamic runner. And so you've got two good returners back there. Gonzalez slowly approaches the ball, gets a driving high kick. It's going to be fielded at the 9-yard line there. And he steps up into the middle and is tackled at the 26-yard line. So pretty good coverage there by the Palmetto Tigers on a very dangerous Charles Lester.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was Christian Dozier, defensive back, making the shoestring tackle there to knock him down. So we'll see if, again, this Riverview Rams offense has struggled. But, they have played some very good competition. So they've got a tight end you want to look at. Remember him from Media Day?
Luke Petita.
Petita. He's very imposing. You can't miss him out there. He's number 89 lining up over here in the slot.
Yeah, and you've seen the Palmetto with their single high safety look from time to time get exposed by tight end play, and that's a big one out there. Goes about 6'7". This time he looks out there. He throws a little bubble screen out there. Got a good block from the tight end. Now he cuts it to the middle of the field and is going to be tackled after a 16-yard gain. So number 16, Jackson Wojtrowski, wide receiver junior on the play.
Yeah, just a little bubble screen. Everybody's going to be focusing on Lester. So, again, they want to get the rest of the team involved, and a nice pitch and catch, and, again, on wet surface.
Trip receivers out here right side of the formation. Dawson looks at the bubble screen once again, this time in good position where the Tigers slips a tackle and then driving for about a 3-yard gain. And if you look at the replay on that, you have a near pick six. It looked like a catastrophe, and to get a 4-yard gain on the play out of that particular situation, very fortunate.
Yeah, it looks like they're going no huddle here, and is that Lester out there? His uniform's already dirty?
Yeah, filthy.
Already soaked.
Dawson with DJ Johnson in the backfield, and he's got it driving forward, and he drives very close to the mark. Just shy of the first down, brings up a 3rd and inches here, 10:48 on the clock.
Already have a big play here to set the tone of this game. Again, Riverview trying to, again, they've only scored 13 points in 3 games, so they want to come out, establish this game early, and again, as I said, score early and often in a game like this tonight.
So first down on the spot. So now Dawson looks things over. He has a slot back there, Lester, out there in the slot to the right. And he throws it out there to him. This time, Jamil Williams with great coverage over there.
Yeah, that time the field actually favored the Tigers. I believe that was Lester that made the catch, but he just lost footing immediately as soon as it kind of like the ball helped that. But they're going to go for it. Well, it's only second.
Yeah, it's second down and 14.
We got the first, yeah.
So this time he's got Dawson hands the ball off to the back, goes forward for a gain of about 4 on the play. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, you watch the running back. He's gingerly running through there. That field is soggy, and they're already slipping, so already playing a factor in tonight's game, Brian.
Bradley Weller is the wide receiver over here to the right side of the formation over there with Lester. Big tight end out in the slot. Slips coming out of his break. This time they throw the ball behind. Slips on his cut, goes right to the original line of scrimmage. There's a flag.
Late flag.
And there's one thing that we've talked about, Ken. Number 41 for the Tigers over there is Kyrie Marshall. You've stopped him on 3rd down.
Yes.
And there's obviously going to be a flag
consequences
over
here.
Is that going to be retaliation? I didn't pick that up live. Let's see.
Yeah, it was clear they had him stopped. I mean, it was definitely going to be a punting situation and a face mask.
Personal foul on the Tigers on a player that was already on
the ground.
Yes. So again, we see week after week, if you got a lot of talent on a team, you just cannot give up. There's a big stop, forcing a punting situation. and now driving down the field of the Rams.
You just gave him a nice birthday present.
Very undisciplined by the Palmetto Tigers. Dawson looks, hands the ball off to Johnson, driving off the left side of the field, goes for a gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like the Rams, they're coming out throwing, but they still want to establish the run, and they've been effective. I think great play calling, great execution so far, and a gift.
The 2nd and 5. He only gave him about 5 on that carry. DJ Johnson in the backfield. Jeremiah Dawson looking things over. And this time, great play there by the defensive line. Driving forward, though, is Johnson. And it'll be a gain of about a yard and a half on the play.
So a 3rd and 4 or so manageable. Let's see if the Tigers dial up something here to throw the Rams off. They've been just marching right down the field here, trying to establish the offense that has struggled all season.
Good play there by Dastin Chikataya, the linebacker coming in and making a play. 3rd and 4, and the Tigers are offsides. Again, discipline, discipline, discipline. And so far this game, you've seen a couple first downs via just sloppy play by the Tigers.
Defensive coordinator Matt Brazelton's probably just pulling his hair out right now. 2 opportunities here to get off the field and just 2 gifts to help the Rams on this initial drive of this game.
7:53 on the clock. 1st and 10 for Riverview. Dawson, 1 single back. Johnson back there. 2 receivers out there to the left. This time he hands the ball off to Johnson. Good play there. Jamil Williams in the backfield and then turning it inside. I believe Dustin Chikakaya, the linebacker, involved in the play.
Yeah, Williams is the key for the defense. This is his defense taking it over for Jalen Wester from last year, and he's off to a great start this season.
Big defensive tackle Andrew Rump checks out of the game here on this 2nd and long. Dawson looks. He's got the corner route out there, and it is great job of defense. In high school football, you can face guard there. So good play, no contact, and it hit the DB right
in the back,
right between the shoulder blades.
Yeah, again, as we talked earlier, the skilled players tonight are going to struggle. Lester was open. If he'd have laid it back in the far corner of the end zone, he might have had a shot at it. But underthrown a little bit there, and the defensive back right there getting in the way.
Yeah, didn't quite get the plant foot down and get the ball to the outside like we saw him do in the first game.
Yes.
First drive scoring possession. This time, very good coverage, and it's going to be caught there by number 81, and that's Bradley Weller with the catch. Now brings up a 4th and a long 3 of 4th and 4.
So as we watch this chess game evolve, let's see if the Tigers can not commit a penalty on a key play.
It's time not to jump, not offsides or encroach. Ball's on the ground. Quarterback picks it up, driving forward. He's going to be he's got it.
Did he get it?
He's going to have it.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like the play was just going to blow right up there. It didn't. He had to run up and pick that ball out of the muck and then find a hole between. And it probably wasn't even the play call.
Really, the center, his focus was to get that great, powerful block. Did not get the ball back there, but his block was so good up there. The quarterback able to gather the ball off the ground, and huge play by Dawson. Athletic play by the quarterback. Now the ball is spotted at the 7. 6:05 on the clock. Dawson back there. DJ Johnson and Jamil Williams involved, driving forward for a gain of about 2 on the play. Ball is going to be just outside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the Tigers are going to put the goal line in there with
Andrew Rump
back in, but Jamil Williams was right there in the backfield to meet Johnson as he was given the ball.
Dawson has it, hands it off to Johnson, and there's
they
going
had
to be
him.
clear sailing to the end zone, and that is DJ Johnson for 6.
Yeah, looks like he was running up the middle again and nothing. And the defensive end tried to grab him and just missed, whiffed on him and goes in for the easy score. So, interesting drive. The Tigers helped twice as we watch this again. Watch the defensive end. Just missed him there. You got to wrap him up a little bit more, and by the time he's tackled, he's already in zone. The 2 gifts. Extra point.
There, the extra point is up, and it is good. So Majestic Van Ingham, the junior female extra point specialist, with a perfect extra point. The score here is 7-0.
This is her 3rd season on the varsity. I think she kicked her first extra point in 2020. So kicker by committee tonight, since they don't have their blue chip kicker Stone Springman out for the season with an unfortunate knee injury. I was really looking forward to watching him play tonight. It was a great interview at the media day. But getting back to this drive, the 2 gifts by the defense on 2 third downs, and then Riverview making up for it with a bad snap to quarterback Johnny on the spot.
Making a play.
To making the play on 4th down. Those were the 3 keys for that drive. And for Riverview, who's only scored 13 points coming into the season, this is a great start.
And this time, Aiden Schutz is going to kick this one away. This is a sophomore kicker in the rotation here for Riverview.
I think we're going to see 3 or 4 kickers tonight. I think they told us kicker by committee tonight.
Going back to return for the Tigers, Rockland Lodge, Adonis Moise also back there on the return. One thing I would not do is kick the ball to Adonis Moise.
Definitely not. And Riverview found out that last year when he was a 9th grader, when we were down like 10 or 16-0, they kicked it to him and he took it to the house and jump-started us right back into the football game.
So he looks like he's setting up for return right back there. He does drive the ball toward Rockland Lodge. This one's going to bounce.
Oh, you got to catch
Lodge is
that
going to pick it up. He's going to need to get a block from Moise out there. Good block.
You got the block.
And then good coverage there by the special teams unit. And that's number 35 there. And that would be Keegan Heckman, the linebacker, senior.
Senior linebacker.
Excellent job in coverage.
Excellent job. Yeah, on a wet field tonight, that's one thing you do on any of the kicks. You got to try to catch that ball because you just do not know how that thing's going to bounce. And it costs the Tigers a little bit of field position here.
Now, what we've seen out of this Riverview defensive line in the first game that we did, they were dominant. They are fast. And, you know, you have the Abners out there, DeMarcus.
That defensive line, yes.
And Dante Abner. They're just killers.
We
on the
saw them
defensive
at
line.
media day. They definitely fit the bill.
Xander Smith now, one back in the backfield. Only one receiver out there, and that's Zamarian Lang, Nuka Lang here, as he's called in Palmetto, out there wide to the left. Fake the handoff, and then they throw it out there. Incomplete pass intended for Adonis Moise. There is a penalty after the play. So it's going to be another personal foul, is in the interior line there.
Yeah, it's just like as soon as the play was over, that flag was flying.
Yeah, and it was thrown in the area of Deshaun Alave, and that's another player. Number 6 for them is a tremendous sideline-to-sideline defensive lineman, but involved in that. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike penalty on the Rams.
Wow.
Very uncharacteristic for the Rams, the team that we've watched for decades now, Ken, you know.
And you know, they lost that game to Tampa Bay Tech, who played in the state championship last year, but it was much closer than 20-7.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they played them, like you said, it was a brawl in a game that did not count.
Xander Smith, he has a little bit of a bunch formation over here to the left, little diamond formation, then one receiver, Lang, out wide to the right, hands the ball off to the back, looking for a hole, and driving forward for a gain of about 4 on the play. And that's number 21, Ken, and number 21 for the Tigers is Devon Thomas.
Yeah, nice run. I don't think we've called his name before, but great start there for the running back with a nice gain to start this game.
Xander Smith tries to draw him offsides. Riverview discipline there. Now looking to the sideline, making some adjustments. Thomas changes from right sidecar to left sidecar in the backfield. They hand it to him. He's running right, and really good defense there, and that is number 8. And I don't believe that was DJ Johnson. It looked like one of the Abners, unable to pick up a jersey there.
Yeah, that play was going nowhere outside, and so he tried to make a cut inside to at least get back to the line of scrimmage. So big play for the Tigers here with a third and medium.
Now this is an interesting formation. You have Adonis Moise and Nunca Lang, or we call him Zamarian Lang, out here wide. You've got two guys that are sub 4-4 on this side of the formation. Ball's on the ground. Xander Smith picks it up. He's going to get sacked on the play. Brings up an obvious punting situation. So just a bad snap this time, I believe.
So unlike the Riverview Rams, who capitalized on a bad snap, looked like it was snapped to a little bit to his left, and Xander couldn't get it, and it looks like they brought the house, and great call by their defensive coordinator. And so the Tigers go with 3 and out despite getting a benefit of a first down from the personal foul.
So number 1, Charles Lester III, goes back there to return this one. We can still see his number on the front of his jersey. You can forget about it on the back of that jersey. This time, Brandon Gonzalez, low snap, picks it up, drives a nice punt out of there, very high, and it's just going to die there in the mud. Ball is spotted at the 36-yard line.
My goodness.
Brandon,
sometimes when you get those bad snaps, it really gets the adrenaline going, and he stepped up and got a great bounce off the field, and got a good kick, and kicked it away from Lester, which was a good thing, and it hit the field, and of course it didn't bounce.
Great thing about Brandon Gonzalez, he's never played middle infield. I think he comes from that soccer background,
yes.
So he doesn't put that knee down on the ground to field the grounder.
Yes.
We've seen that for a couple of years around here.
We have. It does pop up. It does pop up occasionally, for sure.
That's something that the soccer guys don't do.
They don't. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know how to do that.
Yeah. So now back in coverage back here, number 25 for the Tigers, Nathan Dawes back there, single high safety. They hand it off to Johnson, and he drives forward, spins off a tackle or two, and goes for a gain of about 6. And really, if this continues, it's going to be a long game for the Palmetto Tigers tonight.
Yes, they're clicking on all cylinders. They're able to run. Running back there with great vision. As we watch the replay, nothing up the middle. Misses Williams misses him there, and gets a nice little gain off the right, short side.
A little bit of a high snap. They very well controlled. Johnson trying to crank it to the outside. Jamal Williams misses a tackle out there. He drives forward, and he's going to be about half a yard short. So nice gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and very short.
Yeah, one thing I've seen tonight with the Tigers defense, they're trying to do those arm tackles. And in this footing, you just cannot do that. What number 8 there just tried to grab him up high. I mean, you just got to dive after him.
And Johnson is bouncing these runs out to that. And, you know, you hear the coaches screaming, contain, but they're giving up the edge. High snap. This time it's on the ground. Johnson picks it up. And this time the Tigers are all over that one. So that's going to be a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 4th down. These are one of those things, Ken, over the years with these high school teams and their shotguns and their pistol formations and wet fields and things like that. You got a 3rd and about 3 inches.
Get up underneath there like back in the old days and
get up there and
sneak that thing. But so that is 3 center quarterback infractions here like in the last 10 minutes. So it's going to be an interesting night.
Adonis Moise goes back to field this one. He's got his heels on the 36-yard line. A little bit of a slow snap back there. Pretty good punt. And it's going to just die there. And it's going to be down at the 35-yard line.
So the Tigers defense holds on there and taking advantage of the wet field with the bad snap, get the ball back. And let's see what their offense can do. Of course, we know they can throw the ball with Xander back and a plethora of great receivers. He threw for 1,500 yards last year as a freshman, 14 touchdowns. A lot of camps, went to half a dozen camps and was MVP of the one we did at Cardinal Mooney. So let's see if they can't get this offense going.
Two guys on this side of the formation that are sub 4.44,
Yes.
legit electronically timed blazers, and you can almost flip it out to every down and get the ball in their hand. That's going to be a false start on the Tigers. In a wet field, you know, the advantages to the offensive player, you know, we talk about this, Ken, as far as it's much harder to play defense because and the offensive guys know where they're going.
Yes, that's half the battle. The fact that you know what route you're running, you know where you're going to cut, you're playing at home, you know this field, huge advantage.
So that brings up a 1st and 15 now for the Tigers. Xander Smith looks, he throws it deep out there, and it's caught out there on the boundary. A gain of about 5 on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's Rockland Lodge out there with the reception.
Rockland Lodge, watched him play some basketball last year, a junior receiver. What I liked about that was Xander's zip on the ball. Again, the skilled athletes, him being able to throw the ball, that's got to be a confidence builder for offensive coordinator Ty Schultz.
3 receivers out here on the left side of the formation. You've got out there Adonis Moise, Rockland Lodge, and Zamarian Lang out there wide to the boundary. This time they hand it off to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Able to shift out, and great play there by number 9, and that's going to be Noah Sterling, the running listed as running back.
Quarterback, running back. He might have saved a touchdown there. Looks like he had some room there, the outside, after he just hanging on for dear life there, holding on to
his middle finger. Was able to get in there, and great play.
Great replay, guys.
Now it brings up a 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. 25 seconds here on the clock. Really wind not that big of a factor here tonight on the field. Xander Smith looks things over. Fakes handoff, now he throws it out there, and that's Zamarian Lang running down the sideline. He goes for a nice gain, 1st down on the play. And, you give me a 4-3-1. And
you got to respect that.
A 5-yard cushion.
And as you watch here, he is wide open. Just a quick fake and pitch it out there. You got to respect that speed.
Safe throw, easy pitch and catch.
Move the chains is the most important.
A lot of options out there. And then later, with some sequential play calling, that sets up your big shots.
Yes, it does.
Loosen up the pass rush a little bit. But
and opens up that
I
running
see
game.
the cushion there. You got a 10-yard cushion. And this time he throws that same play, same route, do it again. It's easy pickings. So then you've got that, set that go up for a while, put the wheel route behind that, so there's your sequential play calling.
Look at that shot there. Easy 13-yard gain. And he's already past the line of scrimmage, the 1st down marker when he's tackled.
So at the end of the 1st quarter, the Riverview Rams lead this one 7-0. VSN Varsity Sports Network, sponsored by School District of Manatee County.
Sharing the road is everyone's responsibility. Riders, wear protective gear, make yourself visible, and follow traffic laws. Drivers, look twice for motorcycles. Use caution when changing lanes. Motorcycles may be hard to see. And maintain 4 seconds of following distance. Motorcycles can slow down without activating a brake light. Find out more ways to stay safe. Share the road, Florida, and arrive alive.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling. United by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
Back live 12 here on the clock here, opening of the 2nd quarter. Xander Smith and Stanzel is in the backfield with Xander Smith. This time he fakes it to Stanzel, steps up, and he's going to run this one. Got a nice gain on the play of 9 yards. A heads-up play there, and good running there by the quarterback.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go deep down the field, and he just didn't like the way the coverage was. So one thing, Xander's a big kid. You know, he goes 220, and if he can lean forward, he's going to gain good yardage.
Now here's your 2nd and 2.5. And Big Stanzel's in the backfield. He's a good north-south runner, and we've seen him do some really good things in the power running game here at the Tigers. 11:22 on the clock. Hands the ball off to Stanzel. He bounces it wide, and he's going to be tackled immediately. And the play design was wide that time, and there's that big Abner back there in the backfield.
Yeah, you said he's a north-south runner, and that's exactly what they were going to do to him. But unfortunately, the Rams, with the Abner brothers anchoring that defensive line, had different plans for it.
I miss the days when you could line up with a quarterback under center when you only got a yard to go on 2nd down, Ken. I guess
and it opens up the playbook with it 2nd and short.
Illegal strategy in high school football these days. But this time Xander Smith views the field. He's got a 3rd and 5 in front of him, 10:40 on the clock. This time he fakes it out there, throws it out there late, and it's Nuka Lang slips. He gets the first down, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, and the rain has started to come down. It's raining pretty good. It's been off and on all day, so we're just going to have to endure this. But what are they going to call? It looked like it might be holding based on where it was.
Yeah, and it was right on the pump fake. Xander Smith was doing that,
yeah,
so there's your holding on the Tigers.
So
you're going to take that one because the play.
It would be first down, and it would move the chains, so it's going to set the Tigers back behind the chains several yards.
So that'll bring up a 3rd, and we'll call it, it's not here on the score
maybe
clock
20?
at comment. I'm going to call it about 19.
20. It's a long ways compared to last, but, screen might be good here, or the bubble screen, or a running back screen, the tight end, if he's in there.
In motion is Moise. I'd throw that thing down there to Moise. And this time Xander Smith runs to his left, throws it out there, got a receiver going across the field. Rockland Lodge makes one miss, going to be very close. Depends. He's spotted short.
Xander Smith made that play, Brian. Watch him here. There is nothing there, so I'm running, but he keeps his head up, looks down the field, finds he knows where everybody is. Rockland Lodge there, and did he make it or not? But regardless, I think looks like they're short and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, in this situation, it's a 4th and about 2.5. One thing we've seen, a very stingy defense by the Rams in the interior of the line.
This is where you try to maybe make them jump off sides. Use a timeout if you run the clock down and come back and think about it. We'll see what happens.
Come out in the 4-man front. Let's see if they roll one up here. So 4 across the line of scrimmage. Palmetto Tigers now have 2 wide to the right here, and big tight end is out there to the left for the Tigers, and we're going to call a timeout here, are the Tigers.
Probably a good idea, just to give them a little break here and just come in and think about it. They saw how they lined up as you were describing. So maybe there's something that Coach Ty knows that they can do here. The key is they only need 2 yards, so there's a lot of things. We saw the quick pass to Zamarian Lang is something that could definitely work here if they play off on him. We'll have to see.
And you've got a big tight end over there on the left side of the formation.
It hasn't been used.
Kyle Nimzek, and he's a good blocking 6'4", 240-pound tight end. But this is a situation where we've seen other teams, utilize their tight end. I don't believe the tight end for Palmetto has a catch this year, and that is 6'4", 240 pounds of a tight end.
Transferred from St. Stephen's, and big kid,
big,
imposing,
rangy, large catch radius out there. Looks the part out there on the left. This time Xander keeps it, and he's running hard. He's got the first down. Xander Smith, 6'3" or 4", 226 pounds, and around the edge.
He is not a sub 4.4 guy, but I guarantee you he'll see the chains, and he will run toward it like a Tim Tebow, and he'll do whatever it takes to make it happen.
But we saw him in Elite 100. We'll go through the drills. He's faster than.
Fast enough, yes.
He's faster than you think.
Yeah, yes. Good point, Brian.
He had showed some very good feet on some drill work. Now it's down. Clock is at 8:58. Palmetto Tigers in no hurry. 1st and 10. Xander Smith steps up. Now he's looking late, and he's going to be tackled, a gain of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, with the success that he's had running, I thought he actually waited longer than I thought. He kept his eyes down the field. I thought I'm just going to run it here. I'm a running back tonight. But he waited till the last minute and still almost lost it there coming down.
Fumbled the ball and able to recover it there for the 2-yard gain. 8:23 on the clock. Great look by the guys out there.
Yes, they're doing their typical awesome job with the cameras.
And the production trailer is a good 100 yards away from the press box tonight.
Blackstone Park.
Oh, nice cut there by the back, but really good play defensively. With looks like one of the Abners there, number 6 there. Actually, that's Deshaun Olave, and that's that very fast linebacker.
Senior linebacker. You've called his name earlier. So here we are back at 3rd down. Critical, maybe perhaps 2-down territory here for the Tigers.
Just look at the cushions out there, and you've got Rockland Lodge out in the slot. You've got Adonis Moise in the slot receiver close to the line, and then you have out wide is Callaway. Throws the ball out intended for Callaway, and it is incomplete pass. Callaway open on the inside, ball thrown to Rockland Ledge on the outside.
Yeah, I really thought he was throwing to the inside receiver because he was a little more open. But glad to see him throw down the field here, maybe setting something up here for a 4th down, and because they're only going to need about 2 or 3 yards here. So I like the play call.
Yeah, 4th and about, we'll call it 7 yards on the play here.
Oh, yeah, 7. I was looking the other way. My bad.
Well, through the press box window,
yeah, it's getting a little wet.
We've got water on the glass. You're getting a better look through our cameras than we are from the press box here right now. This time Xander Smith steps up. He's got a running lane. He's running hard. He's got the 1st down. Lowers that big frame of his. 1st down.
Yeah, he decided to take this himself, and that's a couple of times during this drive. Looked like if he'd have cut to the outside, he might have been able to go, but he says, heck, I'm going to just dive to the chains there to the 1st down. Good heads up running there by Xander Smith, the quarterback.
Xander showing off that 226-pound frame. This time he throws it out there. Receiver breaks a tackle, and that's Lang, and it is a cakewalk to the end zone.
Again, you got to respect his speed. The sub 4.4. This kid's 6'4", and he can fly. So just a good pitch and catch. Looked like Xander didn't even really get his hands on it, just enough to get it out there, and breaks the tackle in for the easy score. And we got us a ball game again.
Yeah, the Tigers are starting to expose those deep cushions that is out there in the secondary there. They know their players have tremendous speed. Let's get the ball out there early. You know, it goes for a 14-yard reception, but it really was a pass of about 1.5 feet across the line of scrimmage. Goes for the touchdown. Brandon Gonzalez awaits. This is a very good snap. Kick is up, and it is good for Brandon Gonzalez. So with 6:50 on the clock, this one's locked up, 7-7.
This game is now tied.
Yeah, nice drive by the Tigers, just taking the ball, using up almost 5 minutes of clock. You know, another factor that we didn't think about, who's going to wear down who tonight, and if you can have long, sustained drives and the defense should be fresh now because they haven't been out on the field. That could play a factor in this game as we move on here.
Now, what you saw a lot of coverage out there. You saw the Riverview defenders dropping back in coverage in a zone, and very difficult to throw the long routes out there. But when you are able to get the ball out to the receivers quickly, and then you're able to, you can't account for the quarterback. And surprisingly, Xander Smith with his legs on that drive comes up with 5 or 6 huge running plays.
Yes, he did. And I think the long pass, too, that opened up really helped later on to finish the drive, throwing that ball down the field on 3rd down.
CJ Lester back there to receive this one. Brandon Gonzalez with a nice high kick. It's going to be
a live ball
into the end zone.
So I think that ball hit him in his hands, you know, on the 4 or 5 yard line, but it's still bound. I would just assume that'd be a live ball, unless I missed it.
Yeah, unless they say it's
it's high school.
It's the kick, the momentum of the kick.
Takes it in the end zone, but. Again, another factor, he didn't get to return it. And he's their everything 23rd ranked player in the country. So Brandon there, who we've seen on the screen, a great weapon there to take their best player out of the game.
Yeah, Brandon Gonzalez, you know, he's still a young player. You know, didn't kick last year, but still a relatively young kicker here for the Tigers, but the strong leg, another soccer background. This time, nowhere to go. And the Tigers stop him right at the line of scrimmage on that one. And it couldn't even get a number. All of them were involved in that one.
Yeah, so it's hard to see. It's easier to look on the monitor here, but the defense clogged up the middle, and there was just nowhere to go for the back. So 2nd and 10.
Clock is moving now, 6:21 on the clock. This time he looked out to the right, throws it out there. Oh, great avoidance of a tackle there by the back. Goes for a gain of about 3 yards, but that was an amazing little pirouette move. Check that out, Ken.
Yes. Yeah, they're just using what the Tigers are doing, just throwing those short passes. Yeah, that's what you're referring to. Yeah. He kind of got underneath the defender there and got a little life, and it was able to get a couple of yards out of it.
Crazy. That was, Lester, and it was a tunnel screen action, but very close to the boundary, more toward the middle of the field.
Yes, I would want to get to him outside.
Yeah, with a little bit more space. Now this time we have illegal shift there on the Rams, so false start, and so that'll bring up a 3rd and 13. We'll call it.
So Lester hit the sideline after that play. We'll see if they put him back in. Now they're going to think about this. This is could play into field position.
So 5, and was that a timeout over there, Ken?
By the Rams, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, they're thinking about it's 3rd and 13.
We're going to have to look down and watch the game on the monitor because we've got.
You can't see. Palmetto High, congratulations! They replaced the screen, the glass that was always hard to see through over the years, and it looks like we got a good group of fans there for the Tigers weathering the storm tonight here, the rain, so then we were able to see, and we were celebrating, and now it's raining and we can't see, just like the good old days.
It's a work in progress.
It sure is. There's that big tight end, number 87, that we've been talking about.
What a specimen.
He sure is.
Look at those
Luke
long
Petito.
arms.
I think he's the one that got the offer from Holy Cross.
Yeah.
And
high academic achiever, and
they got to figure out some way to get him in the offense. I think he caught a couple of scores in their spring game, but man, what a weapon he could be.
3rd and 13 for the Rams. Palmetto Tigers roll out there. Looks like they're going to go 4 across the line of scrimmage.
We'll see if the Tigers can avoid a personal foul. That's on critical drive early in the game. They helped the Rams by moving the chains by penalties.
Jamil Williams has a shift there to the left side of the formation and had Dunbar, I believe, go over there and cover the slot receiver out there to the left.
That's probably a better matchup.
And if you are looking at this game on the feed here at Varsity Sports Network, if you can see the rain on the, you're picking that up with the cameras, it's raining out there. A good driving run there, goes for a gain of about 5 on the play, brings up a 4th and 9.
Very conservative call on a 3rd and 13. They were just, hey, let's just line it up and see what happens. Managed to get 5, but did we get the down wrong? No, it is third. It is.
It's 4th down.
It's 4th down. Now what do we? What do we have? A penalty? Another penalty on 3rd down. I see a 1 across the field. That's not good for the Tigers.
So there's another stop and another personal foul on the Palmetto Tigers.
I can tell you one thing. I would not want to be the defense having to deal with Coach Brazelton at halftime in the locker room. He is not going to be a happy camper.
This time he runs the ball. Really good tackle there. Wow, what a play. And I think that was number 33 for the Tigers. And I apologize, it is very difficult to see.
Isaiah Jackson. Yeah, let's watch this again.
Let's see if it actually was 33 as we look at the monitor. And so another gift by the Palmetto Tigers with another personal foul there. Second and a very long 9 here. Ends ball Johnson. Good play by, great job by number 53 there for the Tigers. And actually that was number 52, Teddy Powell back there, I believe.
Yeah, the Tigers defense seems to have their number here for a while.
And let's give credit where it's due. That was number 51, Dastan Chikataya.
Yes, great football name. So again, a third down and long for the Rams.
See if Tigers can stay disciplined after the play here. This time he throws it tight end down the middle of the field. And that's something you've seen, one of the vulnerabilities over the decades here with the Tigers, that tight end go right down the crease.
Yes, Braden River, many times. So it looked again like they were going to run up the middle, but you just sit the tight end who we've been talking about, just runs down the field, and they was unaccounted for. Almost overthrew him, but you know, he's 6'7", and he went up there and got it. As you see him right there, he's a physical specimen. Went up there and got it, and they were able to run him down, but the damage is done.
.335 on the clock. High snap. Good pursuit. Running back is tackled there, and that's a big hit. Easy now. Let's try not to get a penalty this time. 33 for the Tigers is Isaiah Jackson.
Yeah. Number 31, who is Derek Foster, was the one that set that play up by getting in the backfield, and Isaiah just finished him off. Yes, no penalties.
There's a nice drive in the middle of the field, grinding for a gain, short gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 here.
So they're staying with the run, and the last time it was big, they go to the tight end. They haven't been to Lester in a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
So you know, they ran a little bubble screen where he went to the inside. He's the easy one to pick up. His uniform is completely dirty.
Look out here wide. Perez is out here in number 20 for the Tigers. Kind of a press coverage. Look over here to the left now.
Oh, he jumps.
Tigers jump offsides.
Yeah, we've got some of the Tiger coaches who opted not to go upstairs that are next to us, and not happy with the defense there. That's might be if the Rams pull this off and win this game, that could be the telling tale. The blunders by the defense on key downs so far have kept the Rams offense on the field.
We'll have to have the graphic guys stay away from the Christmas tree and the gifts under the Christmas tree. But that's been a lot of gifts out there for the Tigers. This time he throws Dawson rolls, hits that tight end, shakes over the tackle, gonna lunge forward. I think he's got it. He's right at the marker. Looks like he's able to take that big frame and just get across, but the mark on the...
I tell you, there's the center quarterback snap has been a challenge, but yeah, they had him wrapped him up there, and it's just a little
4th and 1,
a little short. They're going to take a timeout and think about this.
I really thought he got that big frame across there, but good stop by that secondary for the Palmetto Tigers. Minute 41 on the clock here, 7-7 game.
Yeah, they hit center receiver down the field. I thought he was going to go to him, but he was well covered in the Tigers secondary. I didn't see the tight end, and that's 2 catches for him. And as we've said, tight ends have been have not been good for the Tiger defense over the well. There's Coach Brazelton talking over all the options with his defense, but mainly just telling them, let's don't give them another gift because we have it's already been Christmas.
Yeah, that's that single safety look. You run the safety out of there and flip it to the tight end on either side and then right down the seam. So, but this is a big play for the Tigers. Got to stay
tight ends lined up on the left side.
Andrew Rump on the center of the line. They run it.
Did he get it?
Boy, he drives forward. Second effort. Looks like he got it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brian. The second effort looked like they might have had him in the backfield. They may measure.
Let's see where his knee is. Let's look at the spot here. We got a good look here.
Yeah. They haven't fared well, and it looked like they got met at the line, but the momentum is what carried him over, and it just depends on where his spot is.
There's Jamal Williams there, but it looked like he rolled right over the top, over Jamal's body. It looked like he picked it up from this vantage point.
So here we go.
Here comes the measurement, a big one.
I don't think he's going to get it. Looks like. Oh, my goodness.
So he missed it by about a chain link and a half.
Yeah. And I think you were being generous. My goodness. My goodness. What talk about a game of inches, Brian. My goodness.
Wow.
So maybe halftime won't be as difficult with a great stop there for the Tigers defense.
As he rolled over Williams there,
Yes.
I thought his knee maybe didn't touch the ground, but they must have said that his knee was touched the ground there. So, minute 32 on the clock. Big stop for the Tigers. Now, you got the ball. You have
a minute 32.
One timeout.
I don't know where field goal range would be today, but let's just see what happens.
This time they throw it out there to Moise. Nowhere to go. Just trying to catch the ball, driving backwards. Great play by the cornerback there on the play.
Yeah, Adonis Moise. I'm just happy that he caught the ball. I mean, as soon as he caught it, he's still trying to get possession of it. He's already getting tackled there by Noah Sterling, who's listed here as a quarterback, running back, but made a great textbook tackle there on the Tigers' gifted receiver.
Yeah, the quarterback running back has made some really good plays in the secondary out there tonight. Noah's had three
times.
Yeah, really good plays.
Yeah, he's been looking really good. Really good. I'm not sure who called maybe Riverview. You're playing a chess game here. They're going to want to try to stop the Tigers or get a turnover because of to have its advantage of a short field here. Anybody that can go up a score in a game like this where it's wet and mucky and you're dealing with the elements. Huge advantage.
If you force a punting situation here, you're going to snap that ball out of the muck there.
Yeah, we've had several bad snaps tonight, so interesting to see how the chess game unfolds here as we wind down the first half.
This time out here, you have Malik Callaway over here, number 4, 6'4", 195 pounds. Rockland Lodge is out here in the slot. 2 receivers on the other side of the formation. This time he flips it out there. That's Malik Callaway, and he's going to go out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Yes, and it's going to make it a manageable third down. Malik Callaway's a name that Tiger fans will remember from the Miami Central game, the second one, where he came out of nowhere and had a great game against the eventual state champions.
So this is a big play now for the Tigers because it's a minute 17 on the clock. Really need to pick up the first down to keep that clock moving. Xander Smith looks to the middle, steps up, and he's going to be sacked. And so the clock will stop. Riverview's going to grab a quick timeout here, Ken.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He was looking for Malik Callaway coming across the middle, but they were back in a zone and had him well covered, and there was just nowhere to go as the protection just gave way. So call a timeout. Tigers are now going to have to punt. Last time it was an interesting snap, but a great punt.
Yeah, by Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, yeah. And they're going to put Lester back there. They're all everything 5-star recruit. Perhaps. Yeah, that's him.
So 1:04 on the clock.
So he'll be punting from his 23-yard line. So regardless if it's returned, the Rams are going to get decent field position. And again, 1:11 as we're looking at Xander Smith. And they've got one timeout.
So really, a big critical play here on the long snapper for the Palmetto Tigers.
This is why long snappers, if you're good, you can go down and tackle. You could play for a long time.
And I believe that's Jacob Stewart, 275-pound sophomore long snapper back there.
It's a big boy.
A big one. Riverview rolling them up.
They got 8, 9 on the line.
Gonzalez, beautiful kick.
Nice.
And it's going to be fielded there by Lester. Turns it outside, and he is going to be tackled finally, and that's going to be at the 35-yard line. There is a flag on the field.
There's a flag. I don't know if it was a block, but great punt. Nice form there by Gonzalez. Nice turning that ball over. Right there, a block in the back. So it's coming back. That is unavoidable right there. Ooh, be careful of your knee. That didn't look good.
No, it didn't. 57 seconds on the clock.
So is that from the spot, Brian?
It's a personal foul.
If it was a block in the back.
So we had personal foul.
Yeah. So is it from the spot?
So there's a personal foul on the Tigers.
Both teams.
But it should be offsetting. Are they going to do the 15-yard walk-back thing here, Ken, you love?
Yeah, didn't they? They did that last week down in Port Charlotte. Didn't they run 15 yards one way and about 7 or 8 back the other? And, who does that?
So we had
Our grandkids could figure that out for them. Let's see where they mark this.
So
not happy on the Tiger sideline with the outcome of that because they are right at the red zone marker, Brian. Looks like about 20-yard line.
Right, 37-yard field goal for here, but plenty of time on the clock. 57 seconds here for the Rams. Another personal foul here for the Tigers.
But there was obviously a block in the back.
Yeah, and so that would have had. So that would mean we had 2 personal fouls out there, Ken, to negate that. So it's or the Tigers did. So that's 57 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10, ball at the 20. I tell you something that's a tell on this game is Jeremiah Dawson, the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
His uniform is almost.
Yeah, that's great observation.
It's almost like it just came out of the dryer.
Oh, pick.
And that ball is going to be Jamal Williams in great shape. Was at the 1 and incomplete pass.
Jamal Williams was sitting back there just playing, watching it all the way in and with his hands and just could not catch that thing, that wet thing. Unfortunate. That would have killed this drive, and we definitely would have been looking at a 7-7. Watch this again. So he's just sitting back there playing center field, and he's just frustrated. He knew he should have had it.
2nd 10, 49 seconds on the clock here. Dawson hands the ball off there to Johnson. Good tackle this time. And that's going to be number 41, and that's Kyrie Marshall, right, Ken?
Kyrie Marshall, the 6'2", 220 linebacker. Man, big play for the Tigers. Looks like forced them to use their last time out.
So now you want to come here on 3rd down. You want to come up with a big stop, and unable to, then the clock will wind, and you're going to have to rush the field goal team out there
Yeah, you need 20 seconds to run, and they don't have their 4.5-star kicker out there, and you know, the young lady, I don't know what her range is, but she may be the one coming out kicking the field goal. We know she can. She's made some extra points, but the one thing you want to do is keep this thing in front of you, and you don't want to. The thing is, you don't also want to give them any reason for a first down because that stops the clock.
Yeah. So
and then they could run out there and kick a field goal, and I think you had it figured out. It was 37.
One of my favorite routes here is a yard in front of the first, on the boundary, a yard in front of the first down, because the defense is going to play softer on the other side of the stick. And then you've got a fourth and short. Let's see what they do. Dawson looks, he rolls to his right, throws it out there, and it's going to be incomplete pass. Stops the clock here with 34 seconds.
So the ball looks like it's on about the
20.
30?
It's 20, no, it's the 21-yard line, according to the marker over there, I believe, Ken. 21, in between the marker over there. It's very hard to see through the window here, but it's.
Yes, you're right.
Okay,
I see it.
So we're looking a little bit more, 38-yard field goal from there.
See what they, it's like number 15's coming out. No, I'm
31.
Sorry. 31. Okay. Which kicker is that?
Okay, number 31 is Aiden Schutz, the kicker, the sophomore.
Sophomore kicker.
And he's got a dry spot on the field there. Snaps wide. And he's going to be tackled there. So now 30 seconds on the clock.
He did have a spot, but the ball is wet, and the holder, because he had to go out there and get it, he couldn't catch it, and you don't want to be careful to catch that thing with your knee down after you've lifted it. So just a disaster there. Yeah, it was actually for the kicker. He had a great, if they could have got it down, he had a very good chance of making it. So the Tigers dodge a bullet there, and looks like we're going to go in probably 7-7 unless Coach Marino and Coach Stoltz have different plans here.
And if you pick that up with the information from former holder here, if your knee is down, you can pick it up and advance it. But once the knee comes up, it cannot go back down.
That's right.
I was listening to you there. And this time Xander Smith looks over the field. He's got a free one here. Probably going to throw it out there. Long pass. Great catch.
Nice.
Nunca Lang, I believe. And then the ball is.
That's going to stop the clock.
Here's another penalty, and this is going to be on our sideline, and it's the Palmetto Tigers sideline. So that's going to be another personal foul.
Oh, my goodness.
A sideline warning here. So is that the first sideline warning of the game?
I believe so.
So that's the first sideline warning of the game.
And if you look for former Tiger offensive lineman Kevin O'Brien down there on the sideline, he is the get-back coach, so he's not going to be happy at the halftime.
Goodness, he can, now from here forward, that's going to be 15. Boy, moved a little early, and Xander Smith spikes the ball, stopping the clock here with 21 seconds.
So they have no timeouts. So the ball, they signaled the clock to start, so he had to spike it so that now that they can call a
So you have time really for, first down spike, down spike, touchdown.
Yes.
So, but it has to be.
It's going to have to be just picture perfect, but you're playing on a field that's not going to be helpful.
21 seconds on the clock here. Game knotted up at 7 apiece. Palmetto with the ball, and the ball is spotted right at the 45-yard line. Xander Smith takes this one out of the pistol formation, looks, throws the little screen out there. It's going to be caught by the back, shakes out the first tackle, runs out of bounds after a gain, stopping the clock. Gain of 7.
Smart running there by the running back, Brian. He knew he wasn't going to make the first down, which would stop the clock, so you have to get out of bounds. Xander played that perfect, just right over the rush there, and watch him get to that out of bounds and stop that clock. 14 seconds.
Great play by number 21 there, Devon Thomas, to get out of bounds. 3rd and 3 yards. That really doesn't matter at this point. 14 points on the clock here. Xander Smith looks, he throws the long ball out there. He's got a receiver, and that's going to be intercepted there. Oh, and there's no penalty there. Number 22 coming out of there. Now there's finally the penalty.
There it is. He was listening to you, Brian.
So number 22 out there, Eugene Hicks, the defensive back. So, and really Callaway at 6'4". You got a defensive back out there. It's about 5'8". Really needs to work a little bit tougher to get back to the ball there and make a play.
Yeah, the ball, again, he threw that ball all the way across the field to the far side here. So you need to get a little more aggressive and use that body because he had to come back over the cornerback to play defense on it. It's an unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike after the play.
So what do we got going on here? We got 6 seconds. And we're down here inside the 10-yard line, Brian.
So really,
it was an interception.
Interception.
Yeah,
that's correct.
So that's what it is.
So now they'll mark that off. Unsportsmanlike conduct here. So you'll just see the kneel down and run out the clock here with 6 seconds. And a very hard-fought game here at Harley Stadium in Palmetto. And the quarterback takes that, kneels with 2 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers with no timeouts to use. So that'll be the end of the first half in a very the field has not been a problem for either team at this point, but a lot of personal fouls. And as you saw there on the play that ended the half, a lot of personal fouls, and there's a lot of I don't know if it's competitive out there where the guys are jaw-jacking. I don't know.
Well, yeah, again, these are 2 great programs, and they both have high expectations, and they both need a win. So, yeah, they're just playing a little aggressive, but unfortunately the refs are calling things close tonight. So halftime adjustments will be a key and I know they're going to be talking about, both squads will be talking about that in the locker room.
And it could be in this game the most disciplined team will come out with a win. So at the halftime break here, sponsored by Varsity Sports Network, sponsored by School District of Manatee County, the Riverview Rams 7, the Palmetto Tigers 7.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
Hello, this is Mike McDonald with Conley Buick GMC. The best thing about today is I don't have to apologize for not having any inventory. We have GMC Sierras, we have GMC Yukons, we have GMC Acadias. We have a great selection of GMC Terrains. Also, we have a great selection of Buick. I know you guys have all struggled with going to dealerships, looking on their lot for a brand new vehicle, and you find absolutely nothing. Look no further. Come to Conley Buick GMC, where you too will be treated like family.
August, we want you to remember to keep children safe as we return to school. Always stop for stop school buses and obey signals for walking dogs. Remain alert and do not use a cell phone in school zone. And remember, car seats and triangle restraints only work if they're used correctly every time. Have your pipe. Get your birthday on the roadway.
Come to Conley Buick GMC. We have more inventory than any dealer in the state of Florida.
Así es, Mike. El inventario más grande en el estado de Florida.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
Hey, we'll get you back to the game of the week in 1 second, but first I want to introduce myself. I'm Seth Varnador. I'm a former high school and college football coach, and now I cover football on a local level. I talk with a local coach each week, look at local players and the best performances from around the area, look at guys playing at the college level, and finish up each week talking about the state's college football teams. If you love football, you'll love Next Level. Check us out Wednesday at 7 on VSN Suncoast.
Sharing the road is everyone's responsibility. Riders, wear protective gear, make yourself visible, and follow traffic laws. Drivers, look twice for motorcycles. Use caution when changing lanes. Motorcycles may be hard to see. And maintain 4 seconds of following distance. Motorcycles can slow down without activating a brake light. Find out more ways to stay safe. Share the road, Florida, and arrive alive.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling. United by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
We are very good at what we do. What we love most is when our customers come in with an idea, whether it be a vehicle wrap, trade show display, wall mural, floor graphic, doesn't matter what it is, and we get to run with it and make it happen. One of the most exciting products that we have to offer are our vehicle wraps because we're so good at them. It's in our name. From design to installation, you're not going to find a better vehicle wrap. We treat every vehicle as its own canvas to create a design to maximize exposure for our customers. When they see it for the first time, we can tell we just nailed it. Bam! Your new vehicle wrap is going to show your customers who you are, what you do, and how to get in touch with you. We have the best installers in town, and because we're a 3M certified installation company, we use 3M products on all of our vehicle wraps, and we guarantee our installs from start to finish. So our customers walk away knowing they're getting the best service, the best products, the best material, the best installs, the best of everything. We know what we're talking about.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Network Suncoast Game of the Week, sponsored and presented by the School District of Manatee County. I'm Brian Varnador, joined by Ken Burton Jr. First, let's talk about the summary of the half, what we've seen here. The field conditions have surprisingly held up very well.
Yes, they have. A great job by the field crew here at the high school. Lots of rain, but lots of football here. Surprisingly fast, but yes, the field has definitely held up.
Well, let's look at some of the keys that we talked about pregame, and we'll start it off with you, Ken. We'll start it off with the field conditions.
Yeah, we talked about scoring early and often. We talked about winning the field position and winning the turnover battle, and that has played into the game, but it really nobody's scoring a lot of points here. You know, we've just seen 14 points, and it may come down to a late field goal here or overtime field goal like Palmetto did last week where they lost it in overtime. So we'll just have to see how the field plays out. It's definitely changed the game plan that these guys probably originally started out with beginning of the week.
And then we'll look at the Riverview game plan. We talked about that, needing to jumpstart the offense with Charles Lester III. Didn't really get off to a big start. One of the first or second plays of the game, slid on his back and picked up about 5 pounds of mud, and really unable to get much going there with Charles Lester III. And we had mentioned, it was Stone Springman, the kicker. Well, the kicking game, it's by committee here tonight for Riverview, but it has been very effective, Ken.
Yes.
And then make the Tigers offensive one-dimensional. So that was some of the things we talked about as far as Riverview.
And as far the offense, again, they only came in scoring 13 points in 3 games. They're still struggling, and they're trying to get it to Lester. Actually, the tight end was the one killer besides the Palmetto defense helping them out. The Palmetto defense has probably been their best offensive weapon with key penalties. Springman, their committee, I think has responded well in his absence. Of course, you're going to miss a big recruit like that, and the one-dimension Tigers have they haven't been able to do that. The Tigers have been running and throwing, but our quarterback, the quarterback, has been, as we're looking at him warm up, Xander's probably been the best back.
Yeah, Xander with probably the most rushing yards tonight, and he's been very effective, and what we have seen where the Tigers have had success. Riverview's playing some zone coverages out there, throwing the ball near the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
It's about a half-yard completions that go for 11, 13, 14 yards. You've got your athletes out there making plays, and so that's been good. One of the things that we, saying in our pregame notes, the defense needed to step up. One of the things you're going to have to do is the Palmetto Tigers are going to have to work on elimination of bonehead personal fouls, late hits. You're always going to be second if you get in a confrontation. You're always going to get caught, and you just got to keep that out of the game plan.
Yeah, and football is a game of emotions, and they're going to happen, but not on 3rd and 15. Not after you sack the quarterback. It just seems like when they make the bonehead plays, it's at the wrong time. And again, they have been the best thing for the Riverview Rams offense is the bonehead plays that you're talking about.
Yeah, and the guys on the ground on the 3rd and 15 lying on the ground. It's not time to come and peel his face mask off after the end of the play.
No,
so
it's not.
Really easy fix. Very correct.
You would hope so, yes.
Very correctable.
That is correctable, yes.
And you've got to look out there and communicate to those players that will listen, and that's something that we'll see. And but here at Palmetto High School, after an extremely rainy day here, it's quite pleasant here. Field conditions have held up nicely. Someone with the program here for many years, Dan Wooden, we saw him set up the fog machine out there. We want to
in the rain, yes.
Which he's been volunteering here at Palmetto High School for probably 35 years. Yes. But birthday wishes out to Dan.
Yes,
Wooden tonight.
Happy birthday, Dan. He's the 12th man of the Tigers. He takes care of the guys and looks after them. He provides influence when he needs to in his own special way. Great person to have on the coaching staff for the Tigers.
And, keys that big things with the game here. We've seen a game which is on a very wet field, but the quarterback for Riverview is a testimony to the offensive line and the pass protection out there. Jeremiah Dawson is almost spotless out there. He looks
that would be hard to do on a field like this.
Yeah.
He has managed to avoid getting dirty, where Lester, the first play of the game, as you stated earlier, early in the game, I don't know if it was the first play, but
it's that first or second, first series for sure.
First series, he completely, we can only tell him when he's facing us, because the back of him is completely drenched in football field.
Now this will be with the kicking rotation out there tonight. The kicker on this play. Let's see if I can get a number 30. That's going to be Majestic Van Ingen. So she's a specialist. We see her get the ball up very quickly. Might be a pooch kick in this situation.
It looks like a pooch kick, the way she's lined up, Brian.
And she drives this one toward the sideline. It's going to check up nicely there. And it's fielded by Rockland Lodge, looking for a block out there. Driving to the sideline. A good play over there on the sideline. So that's going to be good field position for the Tigers. They're going to get the ball and start on the 36.
Yeah, nice pooch kick. Handled very well there by Rockland Lodge. Gets a decent return, gets a good block there. Gets the Tigers in decent field position to start this second half.
Now Xander Smith will take this one. This time he has the back there. They call him Mighty Mouse here at Palmetto High School, and that's it's going to be number 21, Devon Thomas, back there in the backfield. You got Malik Calloway out here wide to the right. Now Adonis Moise goes across the motion to the left. They look it out there. Xander Smith, he's running again. Good run on the play, lowers his head, and he goes for about a 7-yard gain.
To me, that looked like a designed run. He's had great success running. Just waits till the defense breaks the pocket there and runs up the middle for a nice 7-yard gain, 8 yards.
So 2nd and 2 here, 11:30 on the clock. Xander Smith tries to draw the Rams off sides. They do a good job staying home, no encroachment there. We're looking directly across the field. They're right in front of us here, Ken, as Xander Smith takes the snap, hands it off to the back. This time he's going to be tackled. That's an amazing arm tackle. That's a play generally you can't make. That's some strength there out of the DN. His arm was fully extended.
Yeah, let's watch that again. Right, kind of blocked there, but well-designed call there by the Rams defense to.
Xander Smith runs the option. This time he's going to step up running hard, and he's going to be short. He's going to be about a yard short on the play, half a yard short. Brings up a 4th and short.
I saw a red flag fly. I don't know.
There it is right there. Referee just picked that one up, and it came out of Xander Smith.
Okay. Where does that red flag?
Just take the ball under center and quarterback sneak. Let's see the Pirates.
I don't think they're going to line up under center. Yeah, he is, Brian. They're listening.
Xander Smith fumbled the ball on the snap. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Rams.
In the shotgun, they practice it, but probably not in bad weather. So, you would think that would be the easiest snap in the world. But, yeah, he's not. He was not. Hey, the ball was wet.
He's saying it never got to me. Let's see.
Never got to me. Oh, yeah, that's frustrating. Oh, and they looked like the offensive line had good movement against the Ram defensive line. I think he had a good shot at making it if they were able to get the center quarterback snap count straight there.
A little bit of a wide run on 2nd down. Goes for, no gain, sets up that, and then the failed conversion. Big tight end goes over from the slot, moves over to the right. Hands ball off the middle. Great run there by Johnson. Goes for a gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like the running back just jumped straight through the A-gap there, straight ahead. Nobody hits him until he takes a shot from the linebacker there for a nice gain.
And they spotted his knee down, so 2nd and 5 there. 9:50 on the clock. The Rams in a tight formation here. Now 2 receivers out here to the left. Running back to Johnson again, and a pretty good defensive play, driving forward for a gain of about 3. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 here. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, nice stop by the Palmetto defender, but unfortunately the momentum carried him up to make this a manageable third down. Probably 2 down territory here for the Rams.
Charles Lester out here in the slot. Number 16, Jackson Wotrowski out here wide to the left. This time they hand it off to Johnson.
Flag.
There's a flag, some movement on the center of the line. Let's see. Short of the first down.
That came from a line judge there. Or they
8:59 on the clock, and it's a chop block on Riverview.
Okay. You don't see that very often.
Didn't see that on the look, and so what they're saying is a player was engaged in a block and then came over and a guard or something came over and got him across. I didn't see that. Let's look at the
see. It
look
looked like somebody was pulling there. Yeah, it's hard to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's going to make it 3rd and long. Now, will the Tigers help them here like they have on other key 3rd downs? Let's see how this plays out.
Wasn't a chop block 15 yards and moved it back 10 there. Okay.
Somebody jumped. Or no.
Maybe they're going to reset this one. I thought. Now it's a false start.
False start. Yeah, it looked like maybe somebody a split second jumped on the line. So.
And
Riverview has gone from
this is
a
crazy.
3rd and 2, and now it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 15 or so, and this is the exact opposite. Now the Rams are helping, the offense is helping the Tiger defense.
So it brings up a 3rd and 18 for the Rams. Jeremiah Dawson fakes the handoff. Now he rolls to the right, looks down the field, across the crosser, across the middle, caught, and it's a nice gain on the play, but he's still going to be 7 yards short of the first down. Ball is going to be marked at the 30, we'll call it the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the main thing there is to keep them from getting a first down and keep everything in front of you. Great coverage there. Yes, he catches the ball, but they're still, that forces a punting situation, so the Tigers get the ball back.
Adonis Moise, the sophomore, is out there returning this one. He sets up shop at the 15-yard line. And the kicker is number 32 there. Or let's see. And it's a very high kick toward the sideline. And it's going to be down at the 10-yard line.
There was no way Adonis was going to get a shot at that ball. They did some directional kicking towards the Rams sideline across the field. And just take him out of the game and just hope your defense get them where the Tigers have to go a long ways to score here.
So now 7:43 on the clock. Xander Smith will have this one 1st and 10. Ball's going to be spotted at the 10-yard line. 90 yards away here, Ken.
Yeah, for the Tigers offense, who had a little bit of success before petering out, but you don't want to have a turnover at this point in the game on the 10-yard line.
4 receivers out in the pattern. Xander Smith fakes it, throws it out there, and that time it's going to be caught, and that's going to be Callaway out there. Nice gain on the play of about 7 yards. So there, there we are again, back to the successful formula of the first half.
Yeah, nice safe play, long throw across the field, get it to your skilled guys, and let them do their thing for a decent gain there. Get some better field position too.
Devon Thomas is back there. He faked it to Thomas. Now Xander Smith steps up, and he's going to be sacked. Now he throws it late, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah,
really hit him right in the numbers.
Yeah,
there.
the thing was, Malik Callaway was doing a slant. As you watch Xander Smith here, he's looking for him right there and decides, nope, I think I better run it. But he keeps his head up there and sees him again in the same spot and throws it to him.
Right through his hands.
And then he dropped it. He kind of camped out in the spot there after Xander didn't throw the ball to him.
Now you're getting a good look at Zamari and Lang with that blazing speed out there wide to the right for the Tigers. This time it's a running play, stretch play wide, and no gain on the play.
And the Tigers needed 2 or 3 yards to get the first down, and didn't even. I don't even think they made it back to the line of scrimmage. So they're going to have to punt the ball back to the Rams. So just a little short there on that series.
Didn't catch the defender out there making a good play on the edge, containing out there. And this time, there's that dynamic Charles Lester, the third back there, to return this one. He's got his feet set right on the 46-yard line.
Timeout, Riverview.
Timeout, Riverview. Score here, 6:53 remaining here in the third quarter. The game's locked up 7 apiece.
You know, I wonder why they on a fourth where it's an obvious punt, you're calling a timeout in a 7-7 game where you might need that timeout later in the second half. Robbie Stevenson, special teams coach there, covering everything here, reminding the long snapper to first of all get that snap, and then for those interior guys to block the person in front of them and let the kicker kick the ball and then get down there and cover it.
They bring 8 across the line of scrimmage here, so it looks like they're setting up a return here. Good snap. There's a very nice kick by Brandon Gonzalez, and it's a knuckleball, and Lester has it. And he has the edge initially. He's in chase there by the Tigers. Cuts it down the sideline, looking for another block. He's all the way down to the 10. Well, they said he stepped out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Brandon Gonzalez, watch this. He just hammered that ball. And unfortunately, sent Lester reeling, but unfortunately he outkicked his coverage because there's nobody within 5 or 10 yards before he gets going. And you know, this is one of the best players in the country here. We're watching run this punt back, and you know, he's got that gear that a lot of them don't have, and they basically flip the field back to the Rams advantage.
So they call in a penalty on the punt return.
That would not be good after a great run back like
and
that.
I didn't see a block in the back, and I'm sorry for looking. I was looking at the replay of the return there. And so
my goodness, they were inside the 20-yard line on that punt return, right?
Yeah.
And
now the ball's at the 38.
Yeah, they're right in front of us. Wow, that's a 20-yard swing.
Dawson. Good job that time, and that I think that was Rump coming across there. Yeah, that
yeah,
was.
He's celebrating a little bit.
Number 5, Andrew Rump, 295 pounds, 6'4" junior.
He's getting a lot of looks from the college's big-time prospect.
And he's actually a 6'6", 295-pound senior.
And then you have Jamil Williams right behind him to clean things up.
.6:12 on the clock. Jeremiah Dawson. He's got the big slot back, tight end back there. He might be looking for him. Oh, great catch. We're going to look at that one.
My goodness, that was a great catch.
Outstanding catch.
No.
Actually, if you look at the receiver,
Looks like he caught the back of the ball. From our vantage point, it looked like he had it, but it's going to hit the ground, but he had secured the ball. Let's see. No.
Oh. Actually, there was another receiver that was farther out split that was, I think, more open than he was.
There's the tight end with the, again, and then Riverview takes this one, a big hit in the middle of the line. That looked like a Kyrie Marshall type of hit there. Let's see. No, that was number 8 for the Palmetto Tigers there, and that is going to be Caton Bodden on the play. 3rd and 6, or excuse me, 2nd and 6. Chris Leslie in the backfield back there. Big back. Runs hard. And really good play. Brings up a 3rd and about 5.
You know, hats off to the Rams offense. They are continuing to try to pound that ball as we get a nice shot from our drone.
Yeah.
Great shot there, Blake. They have not abandoned the run.
Lease with really good work there as he got into the line of scrimmage. A lot of rushing after contact. This time he looks for the long ball, thrown to the outside. Receiver falls down and makes the catch. It's called a complete pass there. We get a good look on the replay here.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to throw him up a 50-50 ball, and the receiver slides and just happens to be in the right spot. You know, it's short, and he had to come back and get it.
Absolute catch.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And lobby for the touchdown there, but nice catch. Way to stay with it.
1st and 2. Knocking on the door now. Palmetto Tigers, really good surge that time. And so he's going to back him up. Loss of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, looks like number 41, Kyrie Marshall, leading the pack there. As you look at the Tigers defensive coaches getting the play call in.
Kyrie Marshall, he is heavy-handed. He's a big, strong. You know, he's not huge size, but man, he plays with a low leverage. He's tough. Dawson now looks. He's looking for the fade route over there, incomplete. So he went first for the fade route and then was trying to slip it to the tight end out the back door over there. Let's see that.
Yeah, it looked like the same play they ran a few minutes ago. Again, to the receiver on the right side. Hey, I'm just going to throw it up to you. It's not there this time. And then he hits the tight end in his knee.
Yeah.
You know, if he knew it was coming, he had an easy touchdown.
And if that would have been an offensive tackle, it would have been an eligible one downfield. But
thank goodness he's got an 8 for his first number. Big play for the Tigers.
Bunch set on the right side of the formation. Single Charles Lester, the 3rd out to the left. They throw it out there, and it's nearly picked off. Incomplete pass.
Yeah. That's Devon Thomas, I think, number 21. Let's watch this.
Kyrie Marshall maybe back there in the back.
Right there, jumped it. 41. Yeah, Kyrie Marshall. Johnny on the spot, jumped the route, had the easy 6 that would have ended this drive, but the Rams have a 4th down here, and let's see what they're going to do, Brian. They're going for it.
Maybe trying to draw them off, but Dawson now. Good snap. Slips. The Tigers are all over that one. So great defensive play, and that is Dastin Chikatayev.
Oh, that might be the play of the game right there. Again, you've got a committee of kickers. That's basically an extra point. And again, the snaps have been questionable at times tonight. We haven't had one in a while, but definitely that threw the play off.
And really it was Derek Foster that made the penetration and forced him into Dastin Chikatayev. So Derek Foster across the line first, and a 1-2 punch there. Just Foster and Chikatayev. Just a great play back there.
So the Tigers dodged a bullet there and hold strong. They bend, but they don't break. to give the ball back to the Tigers offense.
Xander Smith. Oh, they're coming out of the A gap. Xander Smith steps up. Ball's out. It's going to be picked up. He's got it at the end zone. He's going to be tackled just short, and that was number 10. And that is Henry Floraggio, the linebacker.
Yeah, you don't want to turn the ball over deep in your territory. Xander becoming a runner just gets kicked out as he's spinning around. And, you know, if I was the Rams, I would have did everything I could to get in the end zone because they've struggled here.
So Floraggio there, and then a hustle play by number 53 for the Tigers, and that's Keon Brown-Smith.
Saving the touchdown.
Saving the touchdown.
Easy touchdown. He's celebrating on the sideline there. Johnny on the spot, right place at the right time. Unfortunate turnover for the Tigers. They're going to have to call the defense to save the day one more time. Let's see if they can do it.
And now Dawson's going to take this one out of the shotgun.
Haven't used the tight end in a while.
Scott Johnson in the backfield with him. Looks, throws the fade out there, and it is caught.
They're
The
coaches are over here next to us. They're lobbying. It's like they were standing right there. They're out of bounds, out of bounds.
Let's see.
Yeah, they keep going to the well on the same side here. You know, they're just fighting over the ball. Nice way to the excellent job by the receiver there. That's their Charles Lester, their star recruit, fighting off the pushing and everything, making the catch. His foot was out of bounds.
Yeah, Javon Max Johnson just forced him out of bounds. Johnson drives forward, and he is in for 6. So now with 2:52 on the clock, Riverview leads this one 13-7.
Yeah, when you got a short field like that and you keep going to the well, throwing it a fade route on the right side, hey, let's just run it up the middle. We don't have that far to go, and get that line big. Just run and get that head low and push those legs in for the easy score. That's what they teach those backs. Just keep pushing those legs till you're down.
Now there's a penalty. It might be. It's going to be a false encroachment on the Tigers.
So that'll move it to the 1.5 yards. Usually you don't do anything.
Now, Majestic Von Egan doesn't need any help from there. It's only half the distance to the goal. Easy extra point here.
What, a 18.5-yard extra point.
Right, so the junior is going to set up shop here, looking to kick. Looks like pretty good footing area out there on the turf, as you can see from our aerial shot. This time the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:52 on the clock, number 32, Majestic Van Ingen, gives these Rams a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, just an unfortunate turnover at the wrong place at the wrong time for the Tigers. Giving the Rams the short field, and when you only got a few yards to go, it really opens the playbook, and the defense was just out there on the field, so they take advantage of it that time and get the score to take the lead, 14-7. Last time they did a pooch kick, Brian. Let's see if they bring her out Majestic and do the same.
Because you would expect the Tigers would be awaiting that. This time Rockland Lodge is very far away from the end zone there with Adonis Moise, and it's going to be Majestic out there.
So I would expect they're going to kick it right back to the same spot to Rockland Lodge.
2:52 on the clock here, remaining in the third quarter. Let's set things up on the left hash here for the right-footed kicker. Very short approach. This is going to be a short kick.
Yes, they're going to pooch it again, same spot.
She gets the leg into that, and it's a short kick. It's driving. It's going to be fielded by Jamal Williams. He's trying to turn things up, secures the ball, and a big hit there. Number 24 involved in play. And coming out of there, number 14 also involved in play. So you got Alex Gleva Perez.
Yeah, Jamil catches this over the shoulder and slips immediately. You know, he was a running back in the day. He's ran the ball a few times for the Tigers, and just unfortunate the Rams had that well covered.
So now, third quarter, tons of time left in the game here. Palmetto in not desperation situation here, only trailing 7. Xander Smith hands the ball off to the back, nowhere to go, and that's number 50 on the play. And number 50 there is Noah Hill.
Yeah, looks like the Tigers, you know, when they were successful, they were utilizing their gifted wide receivers on the little short passes when the defenders were playing back, and it looks like they're still playing back a little bit.
Xander Smith stops, hits, throws the slant, it's
goodness.
picked off. Oh, nearly picked off there.
Yeah, Xander looked like he tried to force that in between 3 Rams. He had somebody out in the flat way down by the Rams sideline, and he tried to thread the needle there. That was lucky he didn't catch it.
Callaway barely got a finger on that because Eugene Hicks was all over that. Easy catch, but just a slight deflection there at the very end, or you're looking at an interception. Brings up a 3rd and 11. Out here wide, you have Zamarian Lang with Adonis Moise in the slot. Xander Smith looks, he throws it out there. It's Adonis Moise, nice for Zamarian Lang. He's short. It's going to be short of it by about a yard on the play.
Yeah, Zamarian Ring just doing a hook route, makes a nice cut, turns around. Looks like they've worked on that a few times.
4th and short.
4th and short. Got to make sure they get the snap before they do anything here.
Stanzel's in the backfield this time. Evan Stansel, 6'1", 180 pounds.
You know, a direct snap to him might be something to consider, like right now.
Got it.
Oh,
very
nice.
nice. Rockland Lodge, middle of the field. Great play by the Tigers.
I like Xander on that play as he was looking over his options. I'm not going to hand it off. I've got one out there, but Lodge is right there, open, easy pitch and catch. Showed some maturity there. That was a big play on a 4th and short. They easily could have run it.
Got to catch that one before you take off down the field, and he does. Nice job. Xander Smith steps up, and he's going to be tackled. A gain of none on the play, so that's going to bring up a loss of a yard on the play.
There's a little skirmish over there to the right side on the far side, on our side. Like some punches thrown, so we'll see what happens. Like a Ram defender was laying down and having it out with a Tiger offensive player.
Big Marcus Smith, the 6'2", 300 pound, 6'3", 300 pound offensive lineman involved in that one. Personal foul on the Tigers. Personal foul on the Rams. The play offsetting. First down, Palmetto Tigers.
So you get the play over? Get the play over.
Yeah.
So it's like it never happened. There's a lot on the line for this game. The Rams desperately need a win, and the Tigers don't want to fall to 1-2. And again, like we were saying in the pregame, whoever can come out ahead, this could jumpstart, their whole season.
Adonis Moise in the slot over here. Pretty nice cushion over here. Throws the ball to the left instead.
Oh, he's there.
It looked like they had a little miscommunication on the route there, and that was Callaway over there on the edge. Brings up a 3rd down now on the marker, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Callaway was open, but I think the ball was already thrown, and by the time he had made his cut, it had passed him. Yeah, he's looking him down. Yep, turned around and just didn't have enough time to quite get there. He was there.
That was Rockland Lodge.
Rockland Lodge.
Yep.
Thanks for the correction.
That was on me. I picked that up as Callaway off the.
Well, Callaway has been his primary target tonight.
Looked like Callaway through the window, but definitely through what you see at home there on the VSN monitor is definitely Lodge. Nice throw over there. 1st down.
Nice touch on that one by Xander Smith.
And that's Callaway.
Callaway that time will get it right. And again, they have to respect the speed of these Tigers receivers. So, you know, they got away from it and they were struggling, but, you know, they might be listening to us, Coach Ty, and, hey, let's go back to what's working here. And we got to.
That's going to be a foul on the Tigers.
Oh, goodness. Self-destructive tonight.
Yeah, an ineligible receiver down the field. What was the call?
I missed it, but it's 3rd and.
Now it's 3rd and 17.
17, yeah.
Wow.
You know, if they can get a good chunk of this, it could be a 2-down territory.
Twin receivers on both sides of the formation. Smith takes it. He looks. And he's going to step
blitz
out of the sack. Now he looks, throws it out there late, nearly intercepted out there, brings up a 4th down situation.
Yeah, the Rams blitzed and came in untouched and initially hit Xander. But Xander, 220, he was able to there. He avoids the hit. Looking downfield, but he gets hit again, and looking like he was looking for Adonis, and it got deflected as he threw the ball. So now they're going to have to punt. This is a smart move. Play the field position here.
Brandon Gonzalez will be kicking this one from the 42-yard line. And Charles Lesser III is awaiting back there. He looks like he's setting up shop on the 10-yard line back there. So short snap to the up back. He rolls to the right. He's going to need to look down the field. He's going to need a miracle on this one. And it's Kyrie Marshall. And that is a 4th and 15 fake punt.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it looked like it was a called play, but maybe Marshall forgot or the snap was a little off and had to go get it, and there was a disaster. So the Tigers missed on a big opportunity to flip the field. Yeah, he's not happy. Kind of a surprise to run a fake punt on a 4th and very long.
Kicker's been.
He's kicked well tonight.
Yeah, it's like it's shaky back there. So
they've done well.
Big play. 47 seconds on the clock. This time he throws it out there. Incomplete pass. So that one's intended for number 13 out there, and that's going to be Anthony Campbell. Anthony Campbell.
Yes.
That's got to be
his dad.
Amp Campbell.
He played 2 years at Braden River, and Dad, a former Riverview star, came back home, and they got him on staff, and now he's coaching his son, and he was a big star at Riverview.
Yeah,
his dad, both of them.
Great receiver.
Great receiver, yes.
This time he hands the ball off, bouncing it outside. Oh, great tackle there. And,
celebrating. Pick up that number. It's hard to see the numbers now.
Yeah, it's tough. So coming out there.
Oh, nice. Look at that tackle. That's textbook. That's Jamil Williams.
Goodness.
Yeah, my goodness. What a big play.
So now that brings up a 3rd and 13. Huge play. And as he broke the edge there, I thought he had the edge for
He did. Yeah, it looked like it was there. Yeah. Tigers have, I don't know if they've had a turnover on defense tonight. This would be a great opportunity. as they end the quarter.
They end the quarter with the Rams leading this one 14-7 into the third of this game, sponsored by the School District of Manatee County here on Varsity Sports Network.
Come to Conley Buick GMC. We have more inventory than any dealer in the state of Florida.
Así es, Mike, el inventario más grande en el estado de Florida.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world, always connected, but somehow alone, trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
DJ Johnson in the backfield. They pitch it to him. He's looking for the corner out there, being chased, harassed, and he's going to be tackled. Great play by the Palmetto defense.
Talking about running to the ball until the whistle blows, my goodness. There was a handful of Tigers that just ran him down. It looked like he had the outside there, but watch the backside where the Tigers defenders just keep running and chase him down. Look at their 23.
Goodness gracious. And
Thomas Johnson, linebacker.
Kind of a new
Nice.
name. You know, we've been following those Tigers for years.
What a great play.
Thomas Johnson showing some quicks out there.
Yes.
Big punting situation for Riverview. Palmetto Tigers look like they're setting up a return here. They do a good job of blocking. Adonis Moise is back there waiting for the return.
You got to catch that thing.
And it's going to be down right there at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, when you hang one up like that, those are easier to catch. You got to catch that thing, and could have been a net of 15 or 20 yards with a decent return there. We saw some life in the Tiger offense last time, and let's see if they can muster up a drive here. It may come down to who has the ball last year, or a freak play that's going to determine the outcome of this game.
Tell you what, before the last two plays, we're right directly behind the Palmetto bench over here. Looked very flat over there, but picked it up. And you could see it during the punt there. They were into the action over there. Good to see from the group of young students. But it's been a tough physical game tonight, Ken. You can see the teams are starting to wear.
Yes, it kind of reminds us of the Riverview game we get against Tampa Bay Tech. Very physical.
Xander Smith in a big set this time. Adonis Moise on a jet sweep, waiting to get a block out there. He does get a block.
Oh.
And that is going to be a nice gain on the play. That was very close.
Yeah, the shoestring tackle right there may have saved a right there. That might have saved a touchdown right there, because
it absolutely did.
He had the corner. He's the guy you want on the corner, because he's going to get it every time, and that could have been 6 points.
He's got the corner, and he can cut it into the inside with a hard cut. Dynamic player, Adonis Moise. This time Callaway gets it, lowers his head, and he's driven out of bounds. Nice gain on the play, and it's going to be very, very close. Looks like a first down.
Yeah, he looks like he just ran to the chain, and I'm just going to lower my head and make you pay for it.
Callaway's big, 6'4", 195 pounds out there.
Yeah, nice target. He's caught quite a few passes tonight.
Now those defenders are creeping up to the line. Palmetto back, wide run again, no gain on the play.
Yeah, when you get a couple passes like that, you hope that it opens up the running holes, and but the footing there slowed that play down. Looked like he was going to get a decent run out of that, but just manages a yard.
And that's a pretty good spot to get a yard on that one. It looked really like a loss on the play. Now the back there. This time he's looking for the edge, cuts it up in the middle, ball's on the ground.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be a Riverview Rams ball. Let's see the call.
Maybe calling him back here.
Said his knee was down on the play. Let's get a look here on the screen here on the replay.
Well, the Tigers dodged another bullet there. It was a broken play. Hey, we'll just run it anyway and see what happens. And it has been hard running east and west tonight by both teams.
That ball was out.
And that ball was out, and they had it. Rams had it.
And they did change the call on the field.
So the second big turnover by the Tigers offense to give the Rams a short field, and defense is going to be called on again to bend but don't break here.
So how things have, looking at the power rankings a week and a half ago, I think the Palmetto Tigers were up #1 on the power rankings. And, I don't know if you caught that, so I did receive that via email out there. I was looking at one publication, and things have really changed here in a couple weeks for the Palmetto Tigers. This time Dawson's going to get this one under, he's in the pistol formation. Now he throws it late, it's tipped.
Oh.
Incomplete pass. Tell you what, that was a heads-up play by the linebacker there in the drop.
Yeah, might have saved a touchdown. The receiver was running down the field with his hand up. He was open. If he threw it over his left shoulder, he had an easy touchdown.
So that's Kyrie Marshall.
Kyrie Marshall again, Johnny on the spot.
He is playing with his hair on fire tonight. Kyrie's all over the field.
The Tigers are in need of a turnover right now to get back in this game.
2nd 10, different back in the backfield. This time the H-back comes over there to the right side of the line. They run behind it. Oh, great play. And that's Kyrie Marshall turning it inside, and it's cleaned up by a host of Tigers.
Loss on the play.
Jamil Williams following up. Yeah, watch Kyrie right there. Kind of makes him go to his left, and then he's greeted by Jamil Williams and associates.
Yep, the play was designed jumbo right. Follow your tight end through the outside between the guard and the tackle there. Turned it inside. Great play by the Palmetto Tiger defense. 3rd and 11 here. 9-10 on the clock. This time he fakes handoff, rolls to his right, looking, and his ball's out.
The ball.
That's a fumble. No, that's not an incomplete pass. If you watch this one, the ball went backwards, falling out of his hands. Check it out.
Yeah, it's like a pitch. It's like a pitch. The tuck rule here.
Yeah, so the spot's going to be changed on this too. Check this out. See, that's a fumble.
That is a fumble. Falls on it.
Let's see if they work this one out. Look at, wow, and this is a long field goal, but it would have been.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's a punt. It's a punt.
They don't need to try a field goal this far out. All you need is a low trajectory and a block. Kyrie Marshall coming in there and getting a hand on it, paw on it, and crazy things happen. Let's play field position.
Nick Delfow back there to kick this one. Nice snap. Oh, he slipped.
He slipped. Gosh. He's getting a heck of a roll out of that.
That ended up being a heck of a lucky kick.
If
it rolls inside the 10-yard line.
Which is what you want.
Yeah,
on the stat sheet, he's put it inside the 10. But, if he even the way he dropped it.
His plant foot slipped.
Yeah, that is the worst feeling when you plant foot slips and gets a heck of a bounce there. And but again, like I was saying, the stat sheet, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Film's going to not be pretty, but the end goal was the big thing.
Now the good news on the ball that slipped out of the quarterback's hand went backwards. It did stop the clock.
Yes.
It should have been a lateral, recovered, and the clock should have continued to wind.
Yes.
So it did stop the clock for the Palmetto Tigers. So eventually it was kind of a good break here. 8:51 on the clock, they've got the ball.
And with them struggling, they need all the help they can get.
This time they've got the little screen set up there. Slipping and tackle there. That's Nukaleng. Watch out. And he drives forward for a first down, and there is a flag on the play.
The Tigers offense needed a big play, and again, just a simple pass wide receiver screen and get it out there to one of your athletes that can run a sub 4.4.
So here it is. Whitehead comes over to give us a call on this one. Holding on the Tigers. Whoa.
The ball was out of Xander's hand so quick as we watch it here. from way up top. He didn't have time to hold, but apparently they found a holding. A nice play there by Nuka Lang, former quarterback.
That was from that angle right there, the sky cam. That was a tough one.
The eye in the sky didn't lie.
That looked like a little chicken fighting out there. And a good move by Nuka Lang there, but it goes as a holding penalty. Now it's first 15 for the Tigers. He looks, throws a little slip screen out there.
There it is. He's got
and he's got the first down. And he's going to be near the sideline.
Still
driving forward.
Hold on
grinding,
to it.
And there might be the motivation that the Tigers are looking for.
Great call. Just a little screen off to the short side of the field. Right over the lineman. Nice throw there by Xander, and lots of running room on the short side of the field there. And watch him just making the whole Ram defense tackle him.
And Evan Stansel, I've seen him a little bit, a couple times I've seen him in practice. He runs hard.
He does.
He's
tough.
Doesn't give up. You can see him driving, grinding for an additional 9 or 10 yards there on the sideline. Xander Smith looks. Oh, and he's going to be sacked. And he had Nuka Lang down the sideline, clearing everybody, but just not enough time to throw the long ball tonight.
Yeah, let's see if they sent some people on that side. Yeah, he just ran right into
Dante Abner.
Abner, yes.
Is a beast. Man, and that brings up a 2nd and 20 here. 7:39 on the clock. Clock winding. Clock now down to 7:32. Xander Smith. 3 receivers out here wide to the left. 1 receiver out there to the boundary. Fakes the handoff. Now he looks for middle screen. Great catch. And doesn't not break that tackle. A gain of only about 3 on the play.
Yeah, he had to go up there and grab that thing like a rebounder. He's not a big guy. Xander kind of did a little pop pass over the rush and go up and get it. And yeah, not the outcome they were looking for. They're going to need something big here.
But Devon Thomas with a big one-handed catch. Riverview thought they were in a punt return formation there for a second. You had Charles Lester back there to receive a punt, but it's 3rd down. This time he throws it out there. Rockland Lodge is going to need to make somebody miss on this play. Drives down the edge,
close.
And he's got the first
down.
down.
Yeah. My goodness, they get themselves in a hole, Brian, and they seem to get out of it on this drive here. Got great time to throw the ball. Throws it across the field. Nice dart. And Rockland's got some moves there as we great camera work again, and carries them over for the first down. Man, they gave it to him.
So the Palmetto Tigers driving here, 14-7. They're down, but 6:31 on the clock. That brings us to a water break, Ken.
Yeah, Tigers going to need to score here at some point. This is the opportune time because the clock now could become their enemy. But nice sustained drive here, starting way back in deep in their territory to get it up midfield.
This is Mike McDonald with College Buick GMC. The best thing about today is I don't have to apologize for not having any inventory. We have GMC Sierras. We have GMC Yukons. We have GMC Acadias. We have a great selection of GMC Terrains. Also, we have a great selection of Buick. I know you guys have all struggled with going to dealerships, looking on their lot for a brand new vehicle, and you find absolutely nothing. Look no further. Come to Conley Buick GMC, where you too will be treated like family.
Smith, he looks, he throws, he's got a man out there, and he's catching right there in front of the boundary. First down on the play. Great play by the back, and that's 2 great catches in a row there for that is Devon Thomas.
Watch this. This is probably the best catch I have seen all season. Catching it over the he had to come back around to catch that. He was hoping for the other shoulder, and
kept a foot in bounds. That was crazy.
He did.
This time Adonis Moise looks to shake a tackle. He goes for a nice little gain on the play. Now you're seeing those Palmetto Tigers going back to the quick toss offense.
Yeah, shaking things up here. Yeah, just get it to your guys. This is This is a big star basketball recruit here. You're getting the ball to. It can make things happen.
2nd and 5, 5:48 on the clock. Thomas sets right sidecar in the backfield. Xander Smith looks things over, moves him over to the left side of the formation. Hands it off to Thomas. Tries to cut it up inside. Goes for a little bit of a gain, and there's a cramp setting in. One of the defensive linemen, or Mike linebacker there.
Yeah, that
in
is
the backfield.
not a good feeling. Yeah. So make it a.
It's right when they'll get you. Right when the back made a quick little cut, and you try to react real quick, and then that cramp will get you.
Feel good.
And that's their, number 9 there, Noah Sterling out there. He's made a lot of plays tonight. A lot of plays. 3rd and a very long 4 here for the Palmetto Tigers. Adonis Moise in the slot. Big Zamarian Lang out there wide to the left. Stansel's in the backfield this time. Throws it out there, got a receiver. And that's going to be Nuka Lang driving forward, 1st down, Tigers.
Now that is a 6'4" receiver making cuts like he's a little scat back. Watch this. Nice throw by Xander. He's probably thrown the ball 40 times tonight. Watch this move right there. Oh my goodness. He is 6'4" making moves like that.
6'4" running a 4.3 legit. That's something. And this time Xander keeps it. Smith looks to the inside, drops his shoulder, needs to hang on to that ball, does. Gain of about 6 on the play. 4:45 on the clock.
Takes a big shot there as he lowers his head. It looked like it was a design run. And gets twisted around there, but a much-needed positive run for the Tiger offense. They got to finish this drive. A lot of momentum here, Brian.
2nd and 4, very long 4 on this one. Palmetto Tigers 4:23 on the clock. Xander Smith is going back there. Number 21 is Devon Thomas in the backfield with him. Out wide left, he has Zamarian Lang, and this time there's going to be a timeout, Riverview.
Yeah, probably a wise move again by the Rams just to sit back and think about it. And while we're on a timeout, a shout out to Godson's Pizza tonight for providing the crew here with some their best pizza, and blessed us with chicken wings tonight too. So thank you guys. As I know that I think they've got a watch party there tonight.
Yeah, what a fun game here tonight. Getting very competitive, and now it's Palmetto Tigers driving here late in the 4th quarter. 4 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. And, you've seen the Tigers with a lot of success when they're throwing, when that ball's coming out early.
Yes.
They're getting the ball out early and often, and the players are making plays out there in space.
Yeah, that's been the success of the Tigers offense tonight. We saw it early on. They kind of got away from it. But again, they got to respect the speed of those receivers that you keep talking about, Brian, and their athletic ability. And we're seeing it, front center tonight. You just get them the ball and let them do their thing.
And you can see that the Riverview, their defenders are starting to pull up on the thigh pads, and they're getting some cramps out there. Fatigue setting in on this game. Xander Smith steps up. He's running hard, and he is in for 6.
There's that deceptive speed you were talking about. He's not running a 4.4, but he's quick enough, and you got to account for, somebody's got to account for the quarterback on the defense, and he initially was looking for the receiver off on the flats on the other side, and hey, I'm just going to take it myself, run up the middle, and then it's just a matter of want to then, and he wanted it just a little bit more than Riverview, so critical extra point, Brian.
Critical extra point here. Brandon Gonzalez is out there.
Get a good snap before anything. Get a good snap and good hold, he'll put it through.
Xander Smith, the holder, the quarterback. Didn't pick up the long number, but here is the snap. It's
a flag.
Boy, that was perfect. Laces out too.
Yeah, it was.
It's going to be offsides Riverview.
Okay,
Ooh.
You're Ty Stoltz, you're Dave Marino. You're yard and a half away. Do you go for 2 or do you stay safe? They're not moving, so I think we kind of know what they're doing. But
It's tempting.
Tempting.
It's tempting.
I think you do the same thing and take the points.
Look at the long snapper. That towel is actually hanging below. It's almost like the ball's going to.
Yeah.
There's 77. The long snapper for the Palmetto Tigers is DeAndre Berry, the 6'3", 300-pound long snapper. And he's got that rag up on top of his jersey. Good thing. Snaps good. Kicks.
Nice.
Holds good. Kick is up, and it is beautiful. So with 4:04 on the clock, this one's all locked up at 14.
Yeah, it's going to come down to, again, a big play here. We've seen plenty of plays to change the outcome, but I still think there's one or two left that somebody's going to come out a winner because of a freak play that happens. Great, good turnout here by the Tiger fans, loyal ones there, dealing with the elements tonight. The rain's kind of died off here.
And as the game has progressed here, Ken, you can see the power and the drive on these kicks by Brandon Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
His punts have been excellent.
Yes.
But if it's going to come down to a Kansas City tiebreaker in a field goal situation, the way he's kicking.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree. With the snapper's been on, and his kicks have been good. Yeah, if it gets down, that's going to be an advantage for the Tigers if we have to go overtime.
Palmetto Tigers, and we've seen so many years covering these Tigers. One thing about it, in the fourth quarter, down to 4 minutes, say what you will, but Marino is going to sit here with 3 timeouts in his pocket.
Yes.
At the close of a game.
Yes.
So that gives you the opportunity to go down in a in a 2-minute drill. Those kind of things are all open when you have the timeouts, but you got to play a little defense now. Brandon Gonzalez kicks this one. Charles Lester goes back there, and that is going to be a touchback. Beautiful.
Yeah, you just took him out of the game, so he couldn't return it. Yeah, you were talking about the timeouts, Brian, with Palmetto with 3. Riverview's only got 1, and if you remember, they used one on a special teams play that I questioned early in the third quarter. There's Robbie Stevenson, former Florida Gator, 1996 national championship team special teams coach. Happy with his kicker, but
and Evan Stansel, I don't know if you saw that, as the ball was trickling toward there, Evan Stansel just blew up one of the blocking backs. One of the hardest hits I've seen tonight. So big hit by Palmetto's running.
Loves the hit, loves to dish it out.
All right, now Riverview. The time is running down here, down to 5, 4, 3 on the play. There it is. That's going to be a delay of game, guys. There it is.
There it is.
Delay of game.
And again, with 1 timeout, do you take the last timeout to avoid a delay of game? No, I think you take the penalty, but it didn't look like they knew what was going on there.
I'll tell you what.
Huge break for the Tiger defense. Got them behind the chains here. Keep the ball in front of you here.
Ball is on the 15-yard line. Jeremiah Dawson fakes it. Great play by the defense. Good gracious, what a hit. Get back to the line of scrimmage, Palmetto Tigers. That's Rump involved in the play. Big number 5.
Yeah, the anchor of our defensive line made his biggest play of the game for sure here late in the game by shutting that play down.
So now it brings up a second 19. Clock is rolling here. 3 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. It's a running play right up the middle. And a nice run by DJ Johnson. It's going to bring up a 3rd and manageable here.
Yeah, you're wondering why is Riverview running the ball, but it ended up being a great call to make it a 3rd and 4 or 5, very manageable.
And the Palmetto defensive line just was pass rushing and ran themselves right out of the play.
Ran exactly right.
Looked like the old draw play on
Yes.
3rd and 9.
Yes.
3rd and 6 on the clock. Dawson hands it off. This time the Tigers jamming the line of scrimmage. Rump makes a play, and they're going to stop them. It's going to be a gain of about 1. 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the
You're
clock.
not going to fool them twice, as they were ready for it that time. So now still plenty of time with 2:50, 2:55. The clock is stopped.
And, you know, what we've seen tonight, you have to tip your hat looking at the Palmetto Tiger defense. Kyrie Marshall, number 41, flying all over the field tonight. On that last play, totally sold on that play. And you could see he was having some cramping issues, but he has been wide open this entire second half.
Oh, yeah. I'd say for the defense, he has to be the MVP the second half. I mean, he single-handedly almost shut down Riverview when the Tigers needed a big play. We have called his name scores times here throughout the game, but a lot in the second half. Got him?
Nice snap. Kick is out of there. It's a low driving kick. It's going to bounce, and roll into the 36-yard line. So now 2 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Palmetto Tigers have the ball here. Very good starting field position. 3 timeouts in the pocket, in excellent shape.
Yes, if you think about the last drive, they went 90 yards methodically down the field. This is a much shorter field. They can take their time. They don't have to stress. The key is no penalties, no turnovers, no stupid mistakes. You talked about the kicker can play. You know, I'd say he's good anywhere from 40 and in tonight. So, you know, the clock can be your friend or your enemy here. And you got a good kicker. Got your timeout. So and they practice this every day. If you go to practice, they practice the 2-minute drill. So let's see if they can make it happen.
And the counter, you got the Abner guys out there. Long throw, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Riverview has Abner out there. They have Noah Sterling that's been making all plays all night long. They have Charles Lester III that's going to be out there in a defensive back position. So number 50 that they have at this point in the game, you know, we see him do a lot of great things. Noah Hill.
Yes.
And so they're out there. And Charles Lester III is going to be out here guarding the wide receiver to the left side on the boundary. And you're going to look at, you know, where the holes are on that defense. Incomplete pass, stops the clock, 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Over here wide.
Callaway and Lester. No, that's
you got Zamarian Lang over here and Adonis Moise in the slot.
What a great battle there out here on the split.
Yeah, Charles
with Lester and
Zamarian Lang. That is
some serious speed there.
That's just great on the boundary. And then just inside there, Adonis Moise. Don't go to sleep on that young man, because that's another guy, his track athlete in the slot. And I might just run a hook with Lang over there and then run the slot receiver in behind that, because Adonis Moise has fantastic speed out here wide. But really tonight he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the long ball. Now it's going to be a false start. So he's going to say the receiver on the far side of the field. Callaway was out early on that one.
So there's a flag. I think the coaches are saying it's unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, it's going to be on Callaway out there. So it's 2 minutes and 42 seconds, and it's a critical situation for the Tigers here. You saw in the first half, the Palmetto Tigers had a lot of personal fouls, a lot of that going on. Cleaned it up.
So
third and fourth quarter, and here it is back late in the fourth quarter.
Legal motion, and then apparently he must have said something to the referee. So it is a huge penalty. They have to make it to, almost to the 47-yard line to get the first down.
Okay, so offensively in this situation. Look at that distance there. Good gracious. It's going to be a second and about 35, 40 yards.
Yeah, again, I think your plays where you get your receivers just to run those short routes and you got plenty to pick from.
I run all the receivers on goes and throw a little screen there to the back, you know, about 8 yards down the field. Xander Smith drops back, rolls to his right, looks, takes a hit, tries to drive off of it, throws it out there late. Receiver comes back to the bottle, incomplete pass. Brings up a third and forever here, 2 minutes, 29 seconds.
Probably the best thing Xander did was get rid of the ball there. It stops the clock. And had plenty of time to throw the ball, but sooner or later the protection just did you see him just bounce off of him?
Yeah.
And he just threw it to get rid of it. Smart move there.
So that, you know, the thing is, it is a tie score here. So, you know, you've got a punter that's been punting the ball well. You've got the Riverview Rams down to just one timeout. Palmetto down to 2.
And what the offense has done, they've had turnovers back in their own territory that has helped Riverview get their points. So you don't want that.
1-on-1 over here out wide. This time the back tries to cut it out there. And they're going to call a face mask there. It'll be determinant on the call. You have an offensive player extending his arm. Usually that one's going to be called on the defense. Let's see how the call comes in.
On that last carry.
2:19 on the clock.
Face mask
on the defense.
Third down again, so they get a few more yards. Let's see if we can pick it up here.
Choose up a little clock.
High snap, didn't see that. So trying to get outside, which has been tough all night. Yeah, you can see him grabbing it and turning. Yeah, that's obvious, no-brainer.
So we can mark this one off.
So with some of the things we've talked about, you know, they're down to maybe 20 yards. That's makeable with these receivers.
But it is a tie game, and you want to advance the ball. You want to be able to get the ball out there and punt and play defense, because Riverview only has one timeout here. So let's see. Xander Smith throws it out there. Running back goes down there to catch the ball, and that's going to be down right there. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 9.
Yeah, Xander, I think you got to punt this thing. Xander was a little short on the pass. The receiver was open. It was a good find, but he had to go down there and trap it, so his knee was down.
Now, no hurry now, the Palmetto Tigers, and then the athlete, Charles Lester III, goes back to return this one. Kyrie Marshall comes up late in punt pro. Brandon Gonzalez awaits the snap. Snaps have been great all night.
CP directional kicks this thing.
Back. Oh, he misses it.
Goodness gracious.
Got to make a man miss. He got it out of there.
He got it out of there. Wow. And it's going to roll
a little bit. You
love
it. What a play by Brandon Gonzalez. Ball is down on the 40.
We're just high-fiving up here. My goodness. That was a disaster. Let's see. We have to. Oh, it was a snap, and, you know, that ball's wet, and he just missed it.
What?
And now he's an athlete, and they can hit him.
Yeah.
Once you make that athletic move, he's fair game, and he's running for his life. And looks like Coach Stevenson had been working with him on.
Tell you, Brandon Gonzalez not scared. Huge play.
There's Coach Stevenson coaching him up, man. He might have saved the game right there for the Tigers.
And he's made 2 huge plays tonight. On a low snap, he was able to pick it up out of the dirt early.
Yes.
Critical, and then that punt there is huge. But the Riverview Rams are in striking distance here, 1:13. Anything on the board will take you out of this house with the win. Dawson, he has Johnson in the backfield. DJ's back there with him. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 single out there to the left. DJ Johnson, he makes a cut. Bounces it off, still going. Bouncing it wide to the left side boundary. And he gets about 7 yards on about 64 yards of running there.
But the most important thing for the Rams is he got out of bounds. You know, but look at this play. I mean, my goodness. He is over closer to us than he is the Riverview side, and he ends up over there running east and west. And
great play.
24 there, Jaden Dunbar pushing him out of bounds.
2nd and 5. Press coverage by the Tigers out here on the receivers. This time he bounces off another, does DJ Johnson, goes for a gain of about 2 on the play, brings up a 3rd and 4.
I don't know if Riverview's, they're not trying too hard to get down there within field goal range, just running the ball like that.
Now one of the Tigers is down with a cramp injury.
Wow. Yeah, it's that time of the year.
It's that time of the year, and the time on the clock when the old Mr. Lobster shows up. I don't know if you know about that one. lobster, and then somebody falls down with a cramp. But able to shake. Now it looks like he's really laboring a little bit there.
Caden Bowden, the defensive back.
Yeah.
He's had a good game.
So 3rd and 5.
I know he wants to be out there.
Goodness, what a game tonight we have seen. You know, we've had a couple of these game of the weeks that have been, 30-point blowouts, but not tonight. It has been a nail by high snap. Great play by the quarterback. He bounces it outside, does Johnson.
Flag.
And there's going to be a hold out there. So that one's going to be backed up. First down on the game, but on the left side, looked like maybe a guard or a tackle out
So the
there.
Rams had it where they could move the chains and stop the clock, and but somebody was holding a Tiger defender. We might be able to pick it up, but it's going to set them back. And, they may just settle down.
Personal foul, face mask on Riverview. So it's a hands to the face of one of the linemen out there.
They may just be playing for overtime now. You don't want to turn it over. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Wow. Huge.
Yeah. Wow, that cost them a first down.
Now your Palmetto Tigers, you have three
timeouts. Yes.
This is or 2 timeouts left in the well. So right here with a stop, you're going to see the Palmetto Tigers burning a timeout after this play. Now this time Lawson, look, he rolls to his right, throws it out there. He's got receivers and it is picked off. It's Jamal Williams, goes for the edge. He's in the middle of the field, still driving, and he's down at the 39-yard line.
Okay, you're going to need about 15 yards to at least have a decent shot. You want to get him to the 25-yard line, so they have 26 seconds. Unfortunate turnover for the Rams. Just threw it up. He threw it to 3 Tigers there, and there was a 4th one in the vicinity. And Jamal wanted to take that to the house and win the game and chewed up some time there. But 26 seconds here. Those 2 timeouts that Marino, you talked about saving. So they need about 15, 20 yards to be a little safer, Brian.
Jackson Wabtrowski with a hustle play, number 16. You watch this as Jamal Williams catches this ball. He's running to the middle of the field. 16. Wabtrowski gives chase. And he's cutting up to a clear lane there, and a great play by the receiver there, saving maybe
the game.
Yeah.
You can use the middle of the field.
Xander Smith throws it out there, got a receiver, lots of contact over there, no call. Good coverage, that's going to bring up 20 seconds, second down and 10.
Got another cramp. The defender that was covering him all over him just cramped up. It looked like he was trying to thread the needle there. See, he was going to, they were. And then he got laid a hit there on 13.
So that was a wheel route designed there to the back, number 21, and that's Devon Thomas.
It's a good call. I don't think we've seen that tonight.
And doggone good coverage at that point in the game. That one is a play that often just gets lost out there, but they had bracket coverage on the wheel route. Xander Smith looks. He's got to step up.
Got to get rid of it. You better call a timeout.
And so 13 seconds.
Got to call a timeout, Coach.
Clock down to 10, 9, 8.
There he goes.
There's a timeout.
Boy, he let some
seconds.
time. That's one thing you don't want to do is get a sack, especially when you're so close to the field goal range with the 2 timeouts. So they're on the 47, Brian, so they need a 20-yard completion. I don't know how they're going to do that in 7 seconds. We've seen strange things. A penalty could.
You could get a catch and a face mask on the tackle. There's a lot of things can happen. 7 seconds left.
Yeah,
And a penalty on the tackle.
A penalty on the tackle. Yeah, so stranger things have happened, and that's a possibility.
So 7 seconds on the clock here in, a game that's had some highs and lows, and then
it looked like they were going to possibly set up victory formation, but apparently not.
I think you just throw something.
Yeah, throw it up and maybe get a pass interference, something.
Oh, nope. They run the ball.
Safe.
Goes for a play, goes for about a 4-yard gain, and we're going to take it down to overtime. The clock goes to zeros here at the end of the fourth quarter. Palmetto Tigers 14, Riverview Rams 14. So here on this Varsity Sports Network Suncoast presentation, Game of the Week, sponsored by the School District of Manatee County. We've got a barn burner, kid.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
Hello, this is Mike McDonald with Conley Buick GMC. The best thing about today is I don't have to apologize for not having any inventory. We have GMC Sierras, we have GMC Yukons, we have GMC Acadias. We have a great selection of GMC Terrains. Also, we have a great selection of Buick. I know you guys have all struggled with going to dealerships, looking on their lot for a brand new vehicle, and you find absolutely nothing. Look no further. Come to Conley Buick GMC, where you too will be treated like family.
Welcome back to the jungle here at Harley Stadium in Palmetto, Florida. It is the end of regulation with this game knotted up 14-14 between the Riverview Rams and the Palmetto Tigers. And what a classic match it has been tonight, Ken.
Yes, man, it's been back and forth, and they're doing like a game flip of the coin here to determine who's going to be on offense and defense. They put it on the 10-yard line. We were trying to figure it out if it was a Kansas tiebreaker where they line up on the 25 and have to get a first down. But high school here in Florida, they put it on the 10. The Tigers went to overtime last week against Braden River. They were driving down the field, they were set up to win the game, and they had to kick a field goal to force it into overtime, lose it on the first series to Braden River. So the Tigers are home, they're home field, and they have a little overtime experience. They have the kicker, so we'll just have to see what happens. But overtime, anything can happen.
And you've seen the players and the conditioning as the game is worn on here. You've seen the Riverview defensive secondary.
Yes.
And it appears that they're starting, they play a very physical, tough brand of football. And it appears they're starting to, what we would say would be run out of gas or start.
Yeah. Well, you look at the teams that they have played, their 3 top 20 teams, they're probably a little banged up after, they have played some really good teams, and they just wear you down.
Oh, that Tampa Bay Tech team they played was one of the most physical games that we've watched, Ken.
They went on to Sanford Seminole, which is the top team in Class 4, not suburban, but Metro. They're number 1, and then Gainesville Buchholz High School is a top 20 team in 4 Metro.
So Xander Smith, first and goal here. Ball's at the 10-yard line. 3 receivers out to the right, covered by 3 over there. Pretty good matchups over there. 1 receiver out to the left side of the formation out there, and that's Nuka Lang out there to the far left side of the formation. And Xander Smith gets it, runs ahead, and he goes for no gain on the play.
That play's been hit or miss all night. It's either been great or nothing. And man, 41 for the Rams played that well. I don't have a. Was it 41? I don't have.
I thought it was Olav, number 6.
Number 6.
Olav.
Yes. Man, he laid a hit on Xander Smith.
Second and goal from the 13. Two backs. Xander Smith takes it. He steps up, and he's going to be throwing it late. And it's going to be nearly intercepted, but incomplete pass. Went right through the defender's hand, right into a Palmetto receiver, Rockland Lodge, in good position. Let's take a look at this one on the replay.
Xander avoiding the pass rush, throws it as he's hit. Watch it hit the receiver. And Rockland Lodge had it in the end zone. Wow, that would have been.
My goodness, and so that brings up a 3rd down for the Tigers. Rockland Lodge trying to rub the wetness off those gloves. Could be a big one here. Xander Smith. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Big Malik Calloway out there wide to the right. He throws it to him. It's got him out there, and it's thrown out of bounds. So that brings up a 4th down. Going to bring up a field goal situation.
Yeah, unfortunate the Tigers struck out all 3 times there. Would have kind of liked to see them do what they've done well, is just let the receivers do a little short route. But nice call, actually. Going to your big guy, throw a 50-50 ball up there. Just maybe a little out of range there for him. So important field goal attempt here.
All right, so this is for Gonzalez. The range of this field goal, not a problem. Ball looks like it's going to be kicked from the 10-yard line, so that'll be, what, 27-yard field goal?
Yes.
Kind of hard to see on the field. Crowd gets into quiet here. It's a low snap. And Xander Smith just going to fall on that one. So now this game is just a field goal away for the Rams.
The Rams can just sit there and take a knee 3 times and go kick a field goal. Unfortunate, the Tigers have done well all night on their snaps, and that one just was rolled back there, and Xander had to pick it up and run it. How unfortunate, as I said, it's going to come down to a freak play, and maybe that's the one. That was an easily makeable field goal for the Palmetto kicker for sure.
So now the Rams are in a situation where you just want to have ball security. Protect the ball, kick the field goal.
You're going to see probably 3 runs here, and you just don't want to let him squirt out and get out in the open and get a touchdown. You want to make them try to kick a field goal here and have them mess it up.
Now they have back in the bag. Oh, big hit there. Goodness.
Johnny on the spot. Who is
Jamil Williams.
He comes from, watch him come from the outside. Whoa.
Well, I'll tell you what, the reason the 18's in there right now, sure hands. Chris Lease, a wide receiver, kind of a H-back, he showed great ball security on that play. That's why he's in there now. Not a fumbler. Big tight end comes to the middle of the field.
Which they have not used him in a while too. They got to keep an eye on him.
Down to 5 seconds on the play clock. He gets it off. Option left. Palmetto defense all over.
Is that Jamil Williams again?
Good grief. And that's number Kyrie Marshall.
Kyrie Marshall. I'm saying
if
it's not Jamil, it's going to be Kyrie. Watch it. Look at that speed. He just darted right there on the screen, jumped right through the gap, and it's like a blur. The college scouts are looking at that.
Could have been Isaiah Jackson there, too. Looked like he might have caught a 33. I'll tell you what, he's moving third.
It was fast.
There's the handoff to the back. Drives forward. And there it is. Now it will all be up to the kick. It is now 4th down. Riverview with decision.
So they bring Majestic in.
4 kickers on the roster.
Yes. And their star recruit out for the season with a knee injury. They've been doing the kicker by committee. She's very accurate if that's her, but I don't know if she's got the long leg for distance, but she's been very accurate all night.
That is, it looks like 32 to me.
Yeah, it looks like it.
32, Majestic Van Egan.
They're going to make her think about it.
They're going to try to ice him. Trying to ice the kicker here. What a big situation. So you have Majestic Van Egan, has already been on the board a couple times tonight. Female kicker here in high school football.
Yeah, playing at the highest level in the state of Florida.
Playing for the win here.
Playing for the win.
In overtime.
A junior. From what I could tell, she made her first extra point in 2020, so she's played a couple of seasons. So we're a really interesting situation. Never experienced this. We'll see if she'll put the kick through. Look for Coach Stevenson to come up with some type of scheme here to get some penetration. You don't want to have a penalty if you're the Tigers to get this in any closer. It looks like she's kicking off with a left hash and
ball from the 9, so that'll be a 26-yard field goal for the win.
And that's to a right-footed kicker. That's the best side to kick from.
Majestic Van Egan,
blocked.
It's blocked.
So here we go.
So now that's the end of the first overtime.
And that kick had a very, very low trajectory. I mean, like just a couple of feet as we watch it. Yeah, it looks like she might have pulled her head a little bit or maybe slipped. I'll give her the benefit.
The plant foot slipped just a little bit.
And when you're kicking a football, an inch or two either way can make the difference whether something's good or bad. So the Tigers got life again. At some point, the kickers will no longer be a part of the equation unless it's a field goal. At some point, they're going to have to go for 2. In college, it's after 2 rounds of overtime, so we'll just see how all this plays out.
You know, and you saw, we were talking about a very tired Riverview Rams defense.
Yes.
Well, if they were tired, that last possession, woo, did they come out and play lights out defense? They came out there, 3 negative plays.
Yes.
And so it'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out. It's been an incredibly competitive game tonight. An interesting game.
It started out really quick. We played that first half in like an hour, and now, it's getting to be a long game. We started this game at 6 o'clock, and it's 8:45.
So Dawson, they're going to have another chance here.
So they get the ball first.
And he's got Johnson in the backfield with him. Johnson comes across, sets up sidecar to the right side of the formation. He looks.
Oh, my goodness.
Big play. Don't let
the helmet comes off.
And you can see the hustle there. Jamil Williams over there.
He just watch him. The back didn't even have a chance to try to at least slow him down.
Now, the quarterback with equipment, he has to come out of the game. There he is. He's going to go out of the game.
One play, so the backup quarterback, and you want to, he's cold. He might be throwing on the sideline, but he's got to take a live snap with a wet, mucky field here. And probably going to be very safe on this call. Yes, you can tell he hasn't played. He's clean.
Number 28, Jaden Poole, and he's listening. That's got to be a correct number there. That's a defensive back number. So, ball's on the ground. He rolls to his left, and he's going to be great job by the Palmetto Tiger defenders pulling up on that one, because that's one of those where you really have an opportunity to pick up a terrible personal foul. And so now they're this one they're at the 21-yard line. So now we're in 38-yard field goal range, right, Ken?
Yeah. And they struggled with that short one, but just like I had said, you got a cold quarterback coming in there and muffled snap, so they're reeling backwards. Tigers have played better defense as far as not doing anything crazy here with penalties. So let's see if they can continue it.
Dawson hands the ball. Oh, he fakes the handoff. Rolls to his left, dumps it out there. Got a wide open receiver down the sideline. And he takes a big hit down there.
Nice safe call, running to the short side of the field.
Slips what? He slipped the tight end out of there?
Slipped the tight end, yeah. Looked like a time pass. He was blocking like a little screen.
83, the tight end, and that's going to be Luke Petita out there.
Big tight end. Yeah, we're helping the Tiger coaching staff identify their players. So they're going for it on 4th down here. They have to score a touchdown. And they got about, what, 10 yards, Brian?
They're trying to draw off the Tigers. I cannot imagine that they're going to go for this one. Yep, they've got kickers on the roster, and we've seen that. It's been very effective kicking tonight. You know, we have seen from number 32 all the way down. So we're going to take this timeout break in. All right, I don't think we're going to go to a commercial break. Anything here, Ken, so it comes down to a 4th down. The situation is
it's a
overtime, untimed play here. It's going to come down to the kick. A ball is going to be spotted at the, let's call it the 7-yard line. So we're talking about a 24-yard field goal, Ken, is that correct?
Yeah, sounds good, Brian.
Math is right, okay. So 24-yard field goal.
They're thinking about it long and hard.
And this one.
And they may go with another kicker. Just let's see what they do.
Looks like you got a quarterback out there.
Quarterback's out there, and they got the 2 people wide. So you got to just keep him out. The Tigers have to keep him out of the end zone.
Twin receivers out here to the right side of the formation. Lawson looks. He looks left. Throws it out there late. Good coverage, and that one's thrown out of play. Incomplete pass.
So great job by the Tiger defense. The quarterback telegraphed that one. He looked that receiver down the whole way to allow the Tiger defense to get over there and cover it. It was probably an uncatchable ball anyway. So here we go again with the Tiger offense. With all they need now is a field goal to ice this game. And yeah, there were 3 defenders over there. He looked the receiver down the whole time.
All right, so at this point, the Palmetto Tigers, you know, have been in this fight all night tonight. You have to be very comfortable with Brandon Gonzalez, the strong-legged kicker, in this situation.
You might send him out there on 2nd or 3rd down. We'll just see.
Maybe 3rd down. Ball security, ball security. Yeah. Xander Smith looks. He's throwing for the win. He's got a receiver out there, Rockland Lodge, and he is in for it. Oh, they call him out of bounds. We're going to check this one out on the replay.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, that was very, very close.
Wow, going for the jugular there. Rockland Lodge. Oh, man. The
ball came out.
Ball came out.
Okay, so he had his feet down, and it looks like the ball came out there. So now that brings up 2nd down.
Yeah. So, again, maybe to, you know, there's such a small area to work with when you're inside the 10 to loosen up the defense, if you can call it that.
Yeah, and you've got to throw that one too far outside.
Yes.
If you're missing it for the interception, you've lost everything. This time, a really great play. And is that 11 again?
They're skirmishing over there.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Callaway and a couple others involved in a after the play skirmish.
Did they flag it?
They did not flag it.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Well, even if you're Riverview, you don't want to give the Tigers even half the distance to the goal, but I really think we're going to see them run the ball again here to line the kicker up in the middle of the field to give him the best shot. That's to kick this thing through. Yeah,
Thomas straight ahead, running. Just a nice run ahead. That's going to set it up.
It's an extra point now.
Ball is spotted at the 4-yard line.
21-yarder. So
yeah.
This is another day at the office for Brandon. Should be. But
we had the Tigers had one bad snap on the evening,
and hopefully that that's their only one. But
And that avoidance of a penalty there was a lifesaver. This time, Xander Smith's going to hold this one.
Again.
Brandon Gonzalez awaits. And the snap is good.
Hold kick.
Kick
It's good.
is up. It is good. And as the clock ends in this overtime game, the Palmetto Tigers come out with a big 17-14 win.
What a great ball game tonight. 2 overtimes. You can't ask for any more. A battle all night, and Xander, first one to hug him, picking him up, made body slam him there, but and again, whoever, as I said earlier, whoever could muster out a win tonight, this will jumpstart the Tigers. Now they're 2-1. Now the Rams fall to 0-3. So it's going to jumpstart the Tigers, maybe for bigger and better things down the line. Rams still not out of it. They're a great football team. Put up a heck of an effort tonight on a tough field, and what a great game.
As we talked about earlier, the Rams offense needs to get some things going on production-wise, but that defense, we've carried them in 2 games now.
Yes.
And their defense has been really, really outstanding. They're just not getting any support from that offensive side of the ball, Ken.
Right, and they'll figure it out.
And that's a quick fix.
Yes, it is.
There's only one component to fix it. You've got skilled athletes, a good-looking quarterback, a plethora of kickers, so they're going to figure that one out.
Yes.
So just a fantastic game here tonight for the Palmetto Tigers. Big win. Great game for the Game of the Week, as sponsored by the School District of Manatee County. Early start tonight, Ken. Weather didn't become a factor. We made it through the games to 6 o'clock kickoff. Just a great game. So
Great
we're going
job
to roll
by our crew.
And we'll roll some highlights here. So you see Johnson on the first score of the game. Runs over there to the left.
Took it right down the field and scored to try to set the tone early. Offense had struggled during the year, and they take it right down on the vaunted Tiger defense and put 7 points up.
So there's Johnson, who's a very strong runner tonight. Yeah, he's
win it back in the rain.
He looks like he was the rainmaker there. He
yes.
Moved his hands, and then now Xander Smith back to pass, throws it out there, and a really fast Zamarian Lang down the sideline, shakes one tackle. Easy pitch and cut. Catch.
The Tigers used the short passes, very successful tonight.
And the kick, a muffed kick there.
This was a chance where the Rams had a chance to take up a 2-touchdown lead and had to settle for the field goal. And again, like we've seen all night, the muff snaps.
Xander Smith back to pass. Throws the long ball wide. Got a man out there, and it was caught there by Callaway. Dawson back. Look at that catch right there. Amazing, right on the half-yard line.
Ball was underthrown, but the receiver stayed with it, slid down, and made the great catch.
And then
there's that defense.
Defense comes up.
The Rams had several opportunities on short field to put the ball in the end zone. They just struggled, and like we said earlier, their offense has struggled most of the year.
And Johnson with a great run there. This time, pitch wide. Big hit.
Loose.
Ball's out. Recovery, Rams.
I think the Rams won the turnover battle tonight.
They were hitting, man.
Yeah.
Xander Smith on a keeper play.
Showing some little bit of speed there. Deceptive speed for the score. Getting a little excited.
Dawson rolls to his right. Throws it out there. Beautiful throw. And this time it's Williams with the interception. Now watch the receiver come back there and save the game for another half hour. Right there, 16.
Save the game to force it to go into overtime.
Yep.
Then the Rams had a chance to win it there with the field goal, but and then here's the winner.
Brandon Gonzalez.
Brandon Gonzalez, who's been solid all night, even with his punting. Might be the MVP, I would think.
You know, Ken, going back to the conclusion of the game here, we're not going to have any interviews with the coaches. You and I have done a lot of games over the years, doing the game of the week here with Varsity Sports Network. Today, this broadcast presented by the School District of Manatee County. And what an exciting game. It's been a dreary, rainy Monday through Friday in Sarasota and Manatee County, where the respective teams come from. But just a great effort by both teams tonight and a clutch victory by the Palmetto Tigers.
Yeah, just a slugfest, battling the elements, a changed game plan, and just a great ball game to call. And you know, the Tigers had to go 2 overtimes and to pull it out.
So it was a fun game, and we'll wrap it up. Now, that's wrap it up. We'll thank our great sponsor, which now that's a wrap. Tonight's final score from Palmetto, Florida, the Palmetto Tigers 17, the Riverview Rams 14. We thank you all for once again watching the Varsity Sports Network Suncoast. All your favorite sports, all year long, all in one place. Join us next week as we bring you the Game of the Week. I'm Brian Varnador, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Kid Burton. We thank you for watching the Varsity Sports Network Suncoast as presented by Manatee School District of Manatee County. Now that's a wrap.com.